The Tigers are returning from the jungle and are ready to fight like the Tigers of old. So, wherever in the world you are, stay with us, the Mirboo North Tigers in action. Now, before the first bound, here is your home game host, Joe Piper.
Welcome to Mirboo North Football Netball Club here on a magnificent day in South Gippsland. Truly is that Mirboo North is the Bahamas of Gippsland, a beautiful, gorgeous day. Mirboo North hosts Thorpdale Football Netball Club today in the seniors, reserves and netball, and the under-18s hosted Newborough earlier during the morning. Today's a special day for our club. It's a day where we play for the bright St Allen Shield. Two young members of our community lost their lives, and many of our club family members and relations and friends have lost their lives on road trauma. So today we play for the bright St Allen Shield, and that is for the team that wins the most overall games between football and netball. It is also a day which our club really gets behind, and that's Pink Day. Associated with Mother's Day, it is a day where we raise funds for breast cancer research, and there's a raffle that is being organised by our social committee where all proceeds will go to the Pink Research Foundation. In addition to that, today we're going to do a bit of a soft opening and display our new lights to our supporters and sponsors and opposition after the game. They're really fantastic, and it's a real tribute to the South Gippsland Shire, supported by state government and federal government, but also to our Rec Reserve Committee and our club and the kind donations of many families here in Mirboo North. So they go on tonight for the first time, and they are sensational. We've also got some raffles that are on after the game today. Spin the wheel. All funds, repeat, all funds will be going to the Pink Foundation Day. It's a full calendar event coming up for our social events throughout the year. And next week, home game against MDU, there is a shirt night, and they haven't quite worked out whether it's a Hawaiian shirt or some other type of shirt, but we'll keep you informed. We expect to see all members and supporters in the rooms afterwards for a great night. I'd like to formally acknowledge our number one ticket holder for Mirboo North Football Netball Club in 2024, and that's Janine Alexander. And it's tremendous that Janine was awarded our number one ticket holder for the year. Daniel Eden is our volunteer of the week, and she's done an absolute sensational job and continues to do an absolute sensational job with a power work across all netball teams in relationship to scoring and awards and countless other jobs. So to her, well done. And we thank her for her ongoing effort. And Danielle Eden, of course, our volunteer of the week. We have an interview today, and it gives me great pride in introducing you to someone probably you all know already. But I'd like to introduce you to not only our Vice President of Football, Andy Taylor, but also Mirboo North's first inductee into the Mid-Gippsland Football Netball League Hall of Fame. Andy's career in football in Gippsland is outstanding. His career in umpiring in metropolitan Melbourne and then coming back into Gippsland is also outstanding, with close to 200 games of umpiring. In fact, Andy, you umpired the thirds out there today.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
And I'm getting old.
You're getting old. A couple of Andy's main feats that were taken into consideration in the award, how he assisted Ballara in starting their junior football program many years ago when his boys were young enough and in that age bracket, and to come then on to Mirboo North, where he took on numerous roles in our committee over decades of work: vice president, football manager, president, two-time grand final senior football president and netball A-grade president,
Treasurer.
treasurer for half a dozen years,
Yeah, 6 years.
6 years. Have you ever got off the committee?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
Did you?
I did, yeah.
Or we dragged you back on?
After the Jerry Borden RO.
And right now, Andy, along with so many other volunteers, is just the backbone of our club. So I've introduced Andy enough. Andy, it's an honour to have you here.
Thanks,
I know
Pops.
we've been through this before, a couple of years back, on getting an interview with you, but it really is, to us, a great honour that the Mid-Gippsland Football Netball League honoured you with the Hall of Fame. Our first Mirboo North inductee to the Hall of Fame, and as you know, Sam Javasi was our first inductee as a life member
That's correct,
to the Mid-Gippsland Football Netball League. And we have Angie Rogers, life member through the Netball Association. So I know you were pretty pumped, proud. So tell us about how you felt of being awarded and you know, the inductee. It's not a small thing. And we're pretty proud of it. So how are you?
Well, I knew something was up on the night when my wife snuck into the room with my family, so I knew something was going on, but I didn't think it was Hall of Fame. That's ridiculous. That's just crazy. It really took me, because it's not until you sort of sit back and look at the length and the journey that you sort of think, oh, yeah, maybe, but in your mind you think, oh, I'm just doing what I love doing, so you don't expect those accolades to come along. So, but yeah, it shook me, Pipes. It sent me away thinking, what the hell's going on here? Like, what's going? Are they crazy? But yeah, you're doing something you love doing. So, but yeah, it's nice to be rewarded.
Okay, and I know that sparked some interest after that on the night, where as a 190 something umpires games for the for the Latrobe Valley umpires, you've come back out of retirement. You've put on the lime green jacket, and you're out there on a Saturday morning umpiring the thirds today. So how did you get back into that? And tell me how you feel about that.
Well, when you understand the shortage of umpires that's going on right throughout Gippsland, I suppose, and most likely wider, you sort of think, well, I know I can do that. I know I can help out. And it gets complex when you're on the executive of a club and you're also putting your hand up to whistle in an official capacity. So you're crossing boundaries. I tried to do it years ago, but there's a rule in there that said you couldn't. Now, I don't know if that rule's still there or not, but I'd say they've taken that rule out because they're so desperately short of umpires. So, yeah, at a league meeting, they sort of were looking for people, and I just went and had a quiet word, and they said, we'd love to have you, but hopefully Snelly turns up and umpires the seconds today.
Or otherwise, you're leaving this interview very quickly.
Yeah, I'm leaving this interview
I
quickly.
should have said, ladies and gentlemen, that's number one rule here, that if we can't get a seconds umpire, Andy's doing that as well.
Yeah.
I would also say, Andy, that the Mid-Gippsland League, as part of the broader country football Victoria, have two initiatives going on at the moment. One is that umpire abuse will not be tolerated, full stop. There's no question. That's umpire abuse, football and netball, absolutely sacrosanct. And today, we are also, as part of a push with our junior club, last evening and tomorrow, participating in the sit-down round, where coaches and trainers and team managers have all been asked to sit on the bench to stop that verbal, I suppose, support on the ground, but in particular just to try and bring our supporters along, and the supporters of young families, that abuse isn't tolerated. And what they may not think is abuse sometimes comes across as abuse.
Yeah,
so
correct, yeah.
tell me about the umpires and how they feel about that, and you yourself.
Well, yeah, I've copped a bit of abuse over the years, there's no doubt about it. When we all make mistakes and we can't be in the perfect position all the time to make the correct decision. So you cop it and you sort of think, yeah, all right, I've missed that one. So definitely when we're short of umpires, you can't have it. So, yeah, we can't tolerate it. So because we're trying to get kids into the game to take up the profession. So if they're getting abused, they just turn their back and say, well, what the hell am I doing this for? Like, I don't need this. And there's times umpiring seconds, you think, I don't need this. You're getting players abusing you, and you're looking at them, you're thinking, well, gee, someone should be abusing you, because look at all the mistakes you're making. You might make one and you're copping it. So it's part of the game where, you pay your money, you come into the ground. Supposedly you've got the right to do that, but that's gone. No longer.
You noticed during this interview that someone either wants you or they want me.
I think that's yours. Mine's going off down here. Yours is going off there.
So all right, we'll get to that. Now, Andy, just in closing our interview today, because the commentators are warming up now, what's the message? If you've got a person out there, they're supporting their a son or daughter in netball or football, and you're looking at them and wanting to, bring them into the fold of the club, what's the message that you would give them about being part of a community league and a Mirboo North Football Netball Club?
Well, it's a teamwork. It's working with people and in getting that enjoyment and being able to do a job and be appreciated for it. Putting your hand up, it's just being part of that team and filling your role. It's so much enjoyment. Well, I get so much personal enjoyment from it. My wife thinks I'm crazy. She thinks time I gave it away, but I love doing it, Pipe. So every Saturday, here I am. It's my religion. I just love it. And, when you get involved and work with people and try and make the club a better place for everyone to be around, there's a lot of enjoyment in it.
Well, Andy, thank you very much for being part of our interview process today. And again, on behalf of the club, all our sponsors, supporters and your friends, congratulations on your inductee to the Hall of Fame.
You're crazy.
Okay, well done. And now I'll just take you over to our sponsors for today, led by Calvary, Ace Earth Moving and Prolic. And could I say, let's go commentators, a great day here at Mirboo North today against Thorpdale.
It's in whenever you want, Brian.
Danny's got all the... Righto, g'day everyone out there streaming and wherever you may be. Welcome to the Walter J. Tuck Reserve, where you're going to watch Mirboo North versus Thorpdale. I'd like to call it the Festival of the Spud. With me I have Brendan the Fonz Van Herk, who was an ex-footballer for Thorpdale, ex-footballer for Mirboo North, and a cricketer for Thorpdale, and also a cricketer for Mirboo North. Welcome, Fonzie.
Thanks, mate. Pleasure to be here. Looks like a beautiful day for footy up at Mirboo North, and should be a good contest, I reckon, between the black and yellow and the red and blue, the blue and white, red and blue, blue and white.
And you've played for both sides, Fonzie, so you've got, you know, a lot of the players from both sides and spectators, so it's nice to have you here as, you know, I still call you, or you actually live in Thorpdale, Mirboo North, now you live in Ballara, right? But yeah. I'm going to claim you to Mirboo North, mate, at this stage, but anyway. Look, so you've had a chat to a few of the lads down there before the game?
Oh, I've seen a couple of the boys before I come up here, and yeah, it was good. So good. It's always a good catch up, swinging back to one of these games between Thorpe and Mirboo North, and you know, good to see all the boys you used to play with, and some you didn't, of course, because new faces floating around everywhere, and yeah, no, it should be a good day.
So it should shape up all right, mate. So we're talking about the Jason Winderlich, the obviously the legend of Thorpdale and the Essendon player for many games. He's back in the team for Thorpdale. So how do you see that playing out, Fonzie?
Yeah, well, a couple of years ago he played up at Mirboo North, and you know, I'm sure Thorpe you're pretty happy to have him back. You know, co-coaching and whatnot. So yeah, look, he's a pretty anti-footballer. We all know that. Obviously, got to be to play AFL. So it'll be interesting to see how the body holds up for him. We know he's had his injury struggles along the journey. But yeah, we'll see how we go.
See how the hammy goes. Maybe the pace is probably a little bit slower here than it would be down the AFL, mate.
Reckon it might be.
Richmond, maybe a Richmond Essendon team. But anyway, so I'm looking forward to it. We've got Shoddy obviously back this year, coaching Mirboo North. Got the young boys going okay. Speaking of young lads, we've got young Coops playing his first game. Jack Cooper played his all this junior footy here. I umpired him a lot, juniors. Classy little player, gets around, wiry little player, but fearless. So that's his first senior game. So that's going to be interesting to see how young Coops go. We've got... I'm
sure the nerves will be there for him, for the young fella, but yeah.
They'll be there. We've got big Joel Lambourne. He's back. So I saw him at the netball, watching his wife play in the netball there earlier on. I was watching my daughter and having a chat to Joel, so he's excited to be back in there, straight in the seniors. I think he'll probably line up down the back end somewhere, but we'll see. But he's good to have Lambourne back. It's always nice to say that name, Fonzie, so you'll have to practice that one.
I'll have to give it a go. Lambourne.
Lambourne. And then we got the big Justin Palicano. You know him quite well, Fonzie.
I do. He's a very good mate of mine, big JP. So just watching him stroll down the forward line.
He'll have this
as it is now, number 44, and he's back there.
There he goes, the swagger there. He is.
Yeah, long sleeves on,
the big fella.
Yeah,
you'll know he's around. But it's good to have him back. A good size, good football, and he has a fair bit of crack at it, Fonzie. So it's a lovely autumn afternoon here at the Mirboo North Walter J. Tuck Reserve. Scene is set. The sun's shining, Fonzie. Ground's looking magnificent. Not a breath of air or wind in the air. It's just going to be shaping up what hopefully will be a cracking game of football between two arch rivals. Two neighbouring towns, and like I said, the Festival of the Spud, although you'd probably say that Thorpdale might have Mirboo North when it comes to the Spud game, mate, do you think?
I reckon, definitely. Yeah. Got you covered.
I think maybe because I got brought up on a Spud farm, maybe I'm a bit biased, but anyway.
Yeah, but it wasn't a Thorpe Spud farm.
It wasn't a Thorpe Spud farm, you're right, mate. So anyway, it's good to have you on board. Just shout out to Brian, the side here, you know, for you guys, Brian Doherty, who brings us to air every week, and he's got his A-graders in there, the cameraman in there today. Did you see the Crump?
He did.
The Crump's in there.
I did. Crump and Danny.
And you got Danny. So the A-graders are back. Brian's pulled them out of the closet. So we got yourself here, mate. We've got Ange Canuso you get sick of every week, but here we go. Umpires are all kicked round the centre there. Don't know what they're talking about, Fonzie. It wouldn't be the weather. It shouldn't be the weather.
Who knows?
And they're going to the respective locations. Who's in the centre there? You got Huddy Kerr's in there for us.
Who's our ruckman?
That's Big Lewis.
Big Lewis.
Paddy.
Oh, yeah,
Paddy Lewis.
Paddy Lewis.
Yep, he's in there. You got Benny Campbell, the big Benny Campbell in the blue helmet, and for Thorpdale you got
Joel Monga.
Big Monga. He played well last time we played them. And interesting too, you got Mark Graham playing, son of Kenny Graham from Mirboo North. He's moved back to Narracon, so number 52 for Thorpdale. So here it goes. So the scene is set, ready to go. Mirboo North umpire, ball goes up, and up go the ruckman. Monga gets a tap out, and Thorpdale get a hurried little kick forward. And they go up for it. Who's that? There's
Jesse Chiller from Mirboo North picking it up.
They come through number...
Patton for Thorpe.
Patton for Thorpdale. That goes forward, Fonzie.
Yeah, heading into the Thorpe forward line and cleaned up at the back by the Mirboo North defenders.
That's Kennedy, Shannon Kennedy.
And coming up on the wing here for Mirboo North.
Chiller.
Still Jesse Chiller when he picks it up.
Big Monga gets round him. Played a good game last week, Chiller, but he kicks it to nobody. And that is number 25, Fonzie. Who's that for Thorpdale? Shannon Pickering.
Yes.
And Pickering gets it straight down and finds his teammate who gets it off. And that is Gorman. Gorman, good-looking kick down the bottom, but only find big Benny Campbell. Takes a nice mark down there in defence. Goes in short automatically, looking for Hudson, but overruns him.
Slipped
and
over
looks
there,
like Gorman. Gorman picks up, just thumps it long, straight down to centre half forward. That's a big mark.
Grab.
You took that
Matt
one, mate.
Powell, mate. I reckon
Powell.
number 30. No, that's Harry.
No,
Hang on, wait. Yeah, Matt Powell, 31.
Big fella, big mark. What is he, about 45 outs?
Yeah, I reckon slight angle, a little bit on the bottom side there.
What are you thinking, mate? You're a Thorpe lad. You know him?
I reckon he'll put it through, mate.
Righto.
He's a pretty handy kick.
Kick into the town end, Fonzie.
Yeah, mate, yep. He had a good season up. Last year he went up and played up in Queensland and won their best and fairest up there. I'm pretty sure he was at Gladstone.
He kicked through it. Is he? Nice looking kick, is it? The
Yeah,
umpire did not move.
move.
So that's a goal. The Thorpe, they get it on the board. So
Good start from Powley there.
big strong lad there. It was good mark,
He
Fonzie.
is, mate. He's
Yes.
very hard to move.
So bound down Denny Campbell, Mirboo North turned it over, and then from there Thorpdale made him pay. Just nice kick forward long, and then Campbell he took the mark, and off they went to a goal. So this is not a bad start for Thorpdale.
Yeah, it's good. Mitch Gorman's a pretty handy footballer. You know, he'll run off his bloke every time he gets a chance coming out of the back line there, and yeah, he's got pretty good foot skills. So it's a handy bloke to have on your side.
So you got big Paddy Lewis up against Monga, Joel Monga, Fonzie.
Paddy Lewis just reminds me of Sam Draper.
He does.
I love it. I love it.
Last week, mate.
I bloody love it.
Monga got the tap out to Campbell, who just hurries it forward, really to nobody, and the race is on. And that's down Binoculars corner towards that. We call that down, Fonzie. You're a bit younger. You might be able to see.
I still can't see it, mate. I've got my glasses on. I still can't
I was going to bring the binoculars, but I forgot them again. So looks like Thorpdale's got the free kick. Patton, is it, mate?
Yeah, mate.
Big
Thumping big kick down the bottom wing, and over the top and off hands, and small pack forming there.
Do you notice how I go quiet when it goes down there, Fonzie?
Yeah, because you can't see. Yeah, I'm hearing you. A ball up from the umpire there. Mongo gets a tap again. He's had the better of Lewis so far this quarter. Mirboo North with the hands out. Looks like Huddy Kerr run along the bottom wing there. It's a pretty decent pick up. An attempted fend off. Got it on the boot. And out of bounds, probably 60, 70 out from Mirboo North goal in front of the big white fluffy dog. And the Libby Pratt's on. So, out on the full, maybe? I missed that. Mirboo North's got the kick anyway, coming in.
There's a poodle down there.
It's a very big fluffy white poodle.
Not yours?
No.
Are they bringing it in? Is that Peters?
No.
Peter? No.
Yeah. Yes, it is. Bo Peters.
Yeah, it is Bo Peters. I'm not used to seeing him in the forward line, mate. That's why I was questioning it. So Bo Peters took a nice mark out in the lead. They say he's normally a backman down there, so they switched him up forward for today. Let's see where he goes. He's a nice kick. He's a beautiful kick of the ball, Bo. So the distance is not beyond him. He's normally got a very sweet kick in him. And we'll see what happens. So he just lines him up. He's probably 45 out. Nice big roost. He kicks it, and he has shanked it to the left, it looks like, and that's behind, as the goal umpire points out. So 1 goal, 6, plays 1 behind. So
Huddy Kerr just coming off there, and Harrison Mahoney on.
Harry Mahoney, coming on, and they go down to the bottom side, which is always a safe bet, Fonzie, when you're kicking out.
9 times out of 10
umpire blows it and says you kicked him out. That'll be Travis Patton taking a free kick down there on the back pocket for Mirboo North. For Thorpdale even, Fonzie.
Yes.
So Patton got the ball.
Just looking at his options here, he's got a few, but
and overruns the ball, mate. So the race is on, and that. Whoa, he just gets up. That was a big hit after play there. Yep, and that was Craddy. That was young Reese Kratzat got it after play. So the umpire says downfield. Is that? And there they go. They play on. Oh, he's just kicked it,
Shanked
got
that.
smothered. That was young Mahoney. They go back down, only to find Big Lambourne. There he is. Big Joel Lambourne gives us something to talk about straight up. Looks for Jesse
straight
Chiller
up, Jesse
on
Chiller.
the top wing. Jesse Chiller takes a nice mark and just kicks it forward, looking for his teammate, and he finds him.
Got
Bo
him.
Peters has got it again, about on the top wing. He goes forward looking for Mahoney. Mahoney goes down, but he fumbles it. Pickering ties him up, and the umpire's given a free kick. So Pickering played very well against us last year, Fonzie. Absolutely ran rings around the Shannon
Pretty
Pickering.
handy footballers, all the Pickering boys.
Yep, and he gets a nice looking kick and he goes looking for his teammates, and the pack goes up. Did Taylor get one in the back? No, says the umpire. Kerr, Taylor, Thorpdale get the knock back, and they kick it on, and finds his just a hurried kick and finds
Harrison Sinclair.
Sinclair Stanley and just takes him up, and there he is again. What's his name there, Fonzie?
Lambourne.
Lambourne. Big Joel
Beautiful name to
Lambourne.
pronounce. Coming up the top wing here from Big Joe, aiming for Jesse Chiller, and 33. Reece Kratzat takes the mark just outside defensive 50 on the top wing. Turned his nose up at Damo Turner and goes long towards Paddy Lewis. Couple over the top. Big Pelicano with hands on the ball and
Look at him.
just
Look at
wants
the
to go
strut
to
on
big
him.
shove straight up. So
a
big
fast-
Juddy Pelicano rolling through
What's he
here.
doing with the long sleeves, Fonzie? Is that so?
Always, always wears long sleeves, mate. Always,
Yep.
always has.
That's good. Anyways, come through and off he goes. A bit. Look at Campbell. Just goes,
Benny
dodges
Campbell.
run. Nice left foot kick. He's looking for his young Woodall down there, but he gets spoilt there by number
Geordie
33.
Komodo with it,
Yep,
picking it up.
Two Komodos playing. He's looking for his teammate again. They go up. The pack flies, and he goes Woodall. The umpire's blown the whistle and finds a free
Picked
kick. And who's
one
he given
out
it to?
for Bo Melbourne, I
Yeah,
reckon.
it's Bo Melbourne. He's another nice kick.
Yeah.
Fonzie, he doesn't waste the footy too often.
Palla will
so-
be looking for this deep, and he
is.
doesn't get
No,
it,
and he
but
finds
he's,
that's Chiller.
yes.
Chiller. And there's
still-
Woodall given the lead, but no, he says no.
Still can't deal with Jesse Chiller without a head full of dreadlocks.
No.
It just
He's got
doesn't look natural.
No, you're right. It used to suit him, didn't it?
It did.
Maybe his dad told
Maxie
him to cut
Woodall.
off.
Maybe his dad strapped him on.
Got
Running
rid of
around with
what's
some short ones going on at the moment.
His dad-
Gunny in the back line there.
And we know Gunny too, mate.
Straight
You
to
made yours
Travis.
too, Fonzie.
Yeah. Yep. Played a bit of footy and cricket with Gunny over the years. So.
Oh, Chiller again.
Good.
Woodall's
North
in there.
boys just spoiled themselves there a bit, but the umpire blows his whistle for a ball up, about 45 out, slide angle from Mirboo North's goal.
That's Kieran Rice wasn't letting that go, was he?
No.
Up they go.
Oh, Monga just throws
Just
Paddy
rules him.
Lewis out of the
He's
way.
a big boy.
About 3 times the size of Paddy.
He is. And he goes, got a one-on-one here. Is that that's Kennedy?
That's a great grab
That's
from
a,
Kennedy.
Oh, he's giving it away.
Paid it the other way.
Oh, that was anyway.
That's-
Michael Burke. Michael Burke get the free kick. I thought it was a pretty fair mark. Anyway,
I thought it was a great
good to
mark.
have Shannon back. He's been out a little bit, but he's back in town now. And they kick it down and finds his teammate. He turns straight around.
It looks like Winderlick.
Is it? It is. Is that Jace? Yeah, I think it is, mate. Yep.
Number 8,
No,
yeah.
it is Jason Winderlick. So, and he kicks it straight to nobody. They nearly turned it over, and they do turn it over. Moving also, that's Lambourne in the bottom of it. And who's that coming
Well,
out
that's
there?
Winderlick again,
Winderlick,
mate.
that's
Just
the
gonna
pace you're talking about. I don't think he's going to miss
Eye
that much.
that up, mate, and straight through the middle.
Bit of
So,
class there, eh?
Yeah, just that little solid step to get back on. Who have we got here? 15 and 11, bit of pushy shovey in the forward half.
Lambourne wasn't happy with Sinclair Stanley.
No,
So,
I like it. It's
me
good.
too. So a bit of feel in the game, but Winderlick there, you can see his class. Like he followed up, he kicked it to no one, ran down, followed up, and if you're going to be 25, 30 metres out anywhere around goal with no one in front of you, you ain't going to miss them.
No, that's right.
So nice to have the ex-AFL players here, though, isn't it, mate? Always
great.
brings a bit of a crowd.
feeling about it
Thorpdale
too.
born and bred boys, so
Yeah.
it seems like not a bad standard of footy. But like you said in the ruck there, that Monga's just a big lad and just using his body well at the moment.
Yeah, he's a beast of a man.
Paddy's still inexperienced, only a young bloke, but we'll learn. But
He'll
yeah,
learn.
it's probably David and Goliath. But up they go again, mate. So up they go. Looks like Paddy got the tap out that time.
Yeah.
And
Damo
who's that?
Turner, the
Damo
veteran.
Turner played his 300th there last week, and up he goes. Nice
There
kick
we go.
in. Pelicano goes up, and they all hit the deck, and the ball comes out. Who's that? Woodall. No, the umpire goes, you threw that. And he's going to give it to Thorpdale. So, geez, Woodall had the ball there. Would have been pretty dangerous if he turned around there. He doesn't miss too many. Anyway, Thorpdale have the kick there. And they go down the binoculars corner.
That was a very ugly left
It
foot
was,
kick.
but and he finds,
But
he finds
very
his
effective
O'Connell,
at the
finds
same
Kane
time.
O'Connell, mate. Kane O'Connell takes a nice mark down there, and they go further down the bottom corner. And that's Geordie.
Turn over to
That's
Nick?
Geordie Nick Camoto. Nick
Nick
Camoto
Camoto.
gets a hand straight on our Kerr. Kerr thumps it strong into the forward line. Pelicano goes up, but he's caught behind. The ball comes to deck. Here comes Taylor. Taylor's dangerous around goals, and this happens, but he overruns it. Thorpdale going hard there. Pelicano, great tackle, brings it to ground. And the ball will be bowled up about 30, 40 metres out from the Mirboo North goal, Fonzie.
So Pelicano take the ruck here, mate, against Monga. A little bit more even body size. He's got a bit of muscle to throw around there, Justin.
Free kick to Mirboo North.
Damo Turner, 40 metres out, shot on goal. Can he still make the distance?
I think he can. It'd be better if he was on the run.
Ooh,
Right, it'd be better if he's on the run.
Oh, yeah, always better on the run, Damo.
He's never, that's been his strength. But look, we'll see what happens here, mate. He'll have a crack at it. Who's in the goal square?
No one.
No one's in the goal square. That's the issue. So he's there back, and the big left foot goes whack. And has he got it?
He has, certainly has, straight through the middle. Damo Turner with the first
goal
goal
for
for Mirboo North. Mirboo North 1-1-7 to Thorpdale, 2 goals straight, 12.
And that's on the RACV Solar scoreboard, Fonzie. Speaking of which, you seen your old mate Andy Mack down the bottom?
Yeah, I did. I gave him a bit of a cuddle and a kiss.
That's
and,
good, mate.
We've patched up our wounds from the football a few years ago. So
yeah, so he's giving you a bit of feedback on the ground. So you gave him a bit of feedback back, didn't you?
I did, and then I just took myself straight to the bench I was getting sent.
But he did remind you of it 5 years later.
He still reminds me of it every time we run into each other at the footy. So
that's funny.
Nah, it's good.
And up they go again. It looks like that was Bo Peters in the ruck. He gets it to himself, and look at him go. He just goes straight into the forward line. Look at the Pelicano. But no, that's done well. Gunn just goes up the back, but Nash, and just it's taken over. Geez, that was well done there by Bo Peters.
It was very well done there, Bo
He rucked it to himself and then picked it up and thumped it into forward line.
He rucking and rovering. It's really good here.
That's what happens when you're young and can run, mate.
You bend over. I think that's more to the point.
That helps. So in the forward line here.
Paddy Lewis and Monga again in the ruck.
I reckon Damo's he's giving it away. Ooh, anyway, umpire's always right, Fonz, you know that.
Debatable.
Yeah, so that was anyway, Monga gets a kick down to his teammate in the bottom pocket. He just automatically turns around and plays on in number 33. And that is
Heath Ferguson.
And Ferguson is kicked him down the bottom. Who's he found there, Fonz? You've lost the...
mate, I can't see that
Nor
far.
can I, but he's some big lad, and he's got the ball.
If he turned around, I'd see his number, but I still can't see it. So. Anyway.
He's got a kick.
There's a whole lot of nothing going on at the moment.
There is. Just holding the ball back.
Just holding the ball back, and it looks like Mirboo North pick it up in the back flank. Off to Avi Taylor with hands. Back to Jesse Chiller, maybe? No. Reece Kratzat. Picked up by Jake Nash. And they're very hot. Oh, yes.
That's Bo Melbourne.
And he's just gone a bit hard there, Bo. Nashy.
Dog 1,
Nashy
2.
very well.
Back to Peters. Peters finds his teammate in Kerr. Kerr takes a nice mark, chips it across, looking for his teammate right in front of us in number 3, and that
Darcy
is
Brock.
Darcy Brock, one of the Brock brothers. Yep, you heard him. The other brothers. That's a good mark taken there. Great mark taken there by Birch. Big, strong mark, and he finds his teammate back to Pickering. Pickering just steadies.
Mahoney on the mark there. Picco's just run around him.
Nothing if, Bonds.
Nah. He just dropped that at the last minute, but Monga goes in very hard there and gives a
couple of knees into
Huddy Kerr's region, I reckon.
That's all right. He'll, and Huddy's letting
Huddy's not afraid to give him what for either, even though he's a quarter of his size.
Yes, he is. Well, I think everyone's a quarter of Munga's size.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
And off they go. Huddy Kerr just goes down there, and that's young Woodall chasing the ball. Turner, the 3-1 gamer. Here comes Nash. What's the umpire done here?
He's picked out one for Damo.
Turner goes on straight away. Kicks on the left foot, which he is. Here
Justin
comes Pelicano. But
goes a bit early.
He got the numbers. It's a 3-on-1, and here comes Brock comes through, but the Thorpdale. He's giving him. What's happening there?
Pelicano just a little bit late, shoving shoving Pickering out of the way. Nothing too much in it. He's looking a little bit lethargic, Big Juddy. He's been racing motorbikes this season.
Has he?
And Kamagutsa a couple of weeks ago sent me a video of it.
Yep.
And actually got run over.
Did he?
Yeah. Noticed the strapping on his left leg there.
Yeah, right.
It's quite painful.
I just thought maybe because he just hadn't done much running, Fonzie.
I don't think he ever does a whole lot of running, to be honest with you.
That's a nice kick.
All right.
Thorpdale from kicking down the Thorpdale.
Matt Powell picking it up down the bottom.
Who's again?
Snapshot. And
that's a good mark by
through
Kennedy.
from behind, I reckon.
Yep. Yeah, anyway, Thorpdale seem to be moving the ball all right. Once they get it, once they get a bit of free space, they've got a bit of pace about them. Mirboo North need to tighten up a little bit, but that's Woodall's got the ball there. It looks like that's that. Sorry, it is too. Let's mix them up to
Huddy Kerr, and then short again. A really terrible kick, but back to Huddy again. He'll have to make amends. Goes up to Ethan Woodall, and then off. No, just palms that off to Bo Peters. Yep. Peters calling for someone. Thorpe just working their way to the front there, and a couple of loose numbers at the back.
That's a good tackle there by Wood. Was that was Bo Melbourne?
No, that was Bo Melbourne.
Oh, great tackle there.
Ball still in here.
Big Benny Campbell just thumps it to nobody though. No one's home.
But,
Lights on, no one home. That's Birch.
Cougar Milsom is very sore, sitting right on the Mirboo North 50 there. I think he got a decent hip to the...
Who's that here coming off there, Funzy?
Yeah, that's Cougar coming up here, mate. He's going to swap with Kenny Graham, Mirboo North boy. So big Monger and...
Campbell goes down, Monger's up to the ground. Here he is again. He's going on, he was coming off, but he didn't. So he's can't be that bad, Fonzie. And there's good mark there by Cooper, young
Jack
Cooper, the first gamer. First kick for him to Woodall, another junior. And he gets it on
to Huddy Kerr.
Bang! What that was a cracking kick. Nearly bowled the umpire over.
Oh.
He goes hands, wants to give it to Taylor. He takes it. What are they doing? They're mucking around, moving north. They should have taken a long kick, and they've been lucky they got out of that.
on the left, and
very lucky to get out of that, Fonzie. They were mucking around, sort of like playing like the Harlem Globetrotters there, where they should have just thumped it long. But anyway,
I don't think the skill set's quite there like the Harlem Globetrotters, mate.
I don't think you ever seen him, Fonzie. You'd be big.
I have.
Do you remember him?
I have. I've seen him in America, and I've seen him down in Melbourne.
I seen him. Melbourne too.
Yeah.
Looks like if they go down the bottom there and they're moving north, get it out to Damo Turner. Once he picks it up, he's still got that pace about him. And he comes up with his left foot, little chip across, looking for Taylor. Taylor takes a good strong mark right in front of his opponent in Holtz. So Taylor's got the ball. Half forward flank is probably 55, 60 out. He's going backwards. Who's
Huddy Kerr,
in
and then
Woodall.
Ethan Woodall. About
so Woodall's got the mark.
50 out there. He's gone up. Pelicano.
They're doing it well, these backmen, mate. They've got them covered.
Yeah,
so our boys are just trying to take that big grab, and they're just staying in front, Fonzie.
Yeah.
Really well done there by
Matt
Richardson.
A good spoil there from Ubby, but he's got the ball back and
goes out of bounds. So it'll be looking all right.
Oh, both sides are looking all right, but they're still a little bit scrappy. I think Thorpe's backmen are doing the job on Mirboo North forwards, and that's probably the difference in the game at the moment.
Yeah, that's good.
Surely that's not Damo Turner in the ruck. No, I think we've got Monger and Bo Melbourne. Bo Peters, sorry, Bo.
Is it? Yeah, Bo, yep. Geez, that's... hope Bo jumps.
Oh, that is
probably need to put that back in.
Yeah,
that's all right.
Do that again.
Yep.
Young boundary umpire down there. She's doing a really good job.
They do a lot of kids, mate. I was just finding
great.
out, talking to a mate of mine over in Leongatha, Pete Hanley, his kids do the same, and good for their fitness. They get paid pretty well and still, engaged in the community. So it's good. Good to see the kids do it. And off they go. Looks like Thorpe, the Monger, gets a big hands out. He's been everything so far, hasn't he?
He has. He's been everywhere.
That's Benny Campbell with a big blue helmet. Up he goes. And who's going to take it here? Yes, he takes one. That's Nash. That's a Nash trait. He just goes, looks for Pelicano, and Pella's off. The race is on. Oh. They're both going over. They've hit the deck.
Ethan Woodall here.
Here he goes. Look at Woodall has a kick. Is that a goal?
Nah, just on the top side there, mate. Very close.
It's another point to Mirboo North. So 2 goals, 1. 13 plays 1 goals, 2, 8. How many minutes gone? 18 minutes gone. Quarter 1. This beautiful afternoon, Fonzie.
Sun's out, no breeze. Just beautiful.
Really makes you want to play yourself again, doesn't it?
My hamstrings say no, mate.
Yeah, that's fair.
My knees say no. Everything says no.
That's fair, including
Richie Gorman there. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, she's not impressed at all.
Is that Gorman? Gorman found his teammate. Did he? Is that
Winderlick? No, free kick from Winderlick.
Boys gives Winderlick one.
Top.
Old Benny Camps. I don't care who you are. Get out of me way.
That Lambourne, your mate Lambourne?
That's Lambourne's got the ball and he kicks it long. And he's looking for his teammate.
And he hasn't got him.
And he hasn't found him at all, mate.
No, he's got, who did he get? He got Holland Birch from Thorpe there.
Yep, there's Lambourne again.
Picked it up, made amends here.
Kicked the kick going on. Woodall takes a nice mark.
It's a nice grab from Heath.
Woodall looking for someone. He's going, give me
called
something.
to play on here. And looks like Nash up in the centre there.
Look at him, you can tell he's a Nash coach. It's
definitely.
Class. Was that Brock?
That's Brock again. That's 2 shanks he's had.
Yeah, miskicked it. And Gorman's cleaned it up and just kicked down to the 4 line. It's a 1-on-1. Kennedy against
Matt Powell.
Matt Powell. It's going to be a good battle today, I reckon, mate, because young Kennedy's back in and is a good backman, but Powell's showed what he can do already this early in the game. Anyway, the ball's down, forward pocket. They get the handball. They take a shot, but it gets smothered, and it's going to go out of bounds over down there, about 10 metres out, right in the forward pocket for Thorpdale. Mirboo North Town End. And say good day to the people at the Mirboo North Commercial Hotel. Fonzie, they normally listen every week down there.
It's a good pub to walk in and have a beer at, and the feed's always good.
Sitting there putting on a few bets, and up they go. And the ball comes down, really can't see what's happening there. Mirboo North. Woodall gets it out to Turner. Turner, big. Well, it wasn't a kick, it just goes nowhere.
Mahoney.
Who was that, mate?
Harrison Mahoney.
Mahoney. I thought it was Thorpdale. There you go. I'm colourblind now.
It's a very high ball, but
it was. Is that Winderlick trying to barge his way through?
That's Mitchy Gorman again, mate.
Gorman,
But back to Bo Peters. Yep. It's all the spuds, mate.
Yeah, the spuds.
It's a good grab overhead. Down there.
Who was that?
I reckon.
Is that Kennedy?
Just looking down.
It was Taj Wilkins, actually,
Taj
the big red.
Yeah.
The big red.
I was trying to find his name. I couldn't see it. It's right at the top of the sheet.
And up they go. It's a nice little shove. Was that a shove out or not?
I reckon it was, but they've called it a mark anyway from Matt Powell, so he'll line up about 30 metres out directly in front. And,
not a bad game so far,
We'll
Fonzie.
see how we go here.
Both sides sort of making a few mistakes, but then when it flows nicely, it looks pretty good footy. But so it should be on a day like today, mate.
Yeah, the weather's not really causing much havoc at all. No breeze about.
So Powell, 25 out, directly in front.
Oh, a little hop step and a jump and straight through the middle there for Big Matty.
Style, but they go, don't they, mate? So there's another one to Thorpdale at the 20-minute mark of the first quarter on this sunny, beautiful autumn afternoon at the Walter J. Tuck Reserve, where Thorpdale have kicked 3-1-19, Mirboo North 1-3-9 at the 21 minutes mark gone on the Strzelecki Engineering scoreboard. I see Boomer in there earlier on, just doing a bit of timekeeping for the boys.
Was he? Yeah, he's looking after the fellas.
Between them two, I'm not too sure who to watch more, Boomer or Powley. I wasn't sure, but anyway.
Debatable.
It was a tough one.
It all depends on how close the game is.
Up they go.
Paddy Lewis to the tap there to Big Benny, and then hands off to Huddy Kerr. No, Harrison Mahoney, sorry. Going long, Pelicano through the back and just shoves Gunny out of the way.
Wow, that's smart.
Drake Nash, great goal from Jake Nash.
Really good hands by young Woody. Smart, always knows with the ball. His class play just sort of spun out, gave the hands, and that's a goal to Mirboo North. So good little quick goal. They needed that Mirboo North to sort of keep in there before the first quarter siren goes.
Just step the flow a little bit. And you would, until that goal, you'd say Thorpe has had the better of everything. But end of the day, it's only a 4-point ball game.
So g'day to Dallin Jobbo over in San Francisco. They're having to listen to their regular listeners every week, and their young nephew Taj playing. So g'day guys over there. And yes, Dallas, birthday's coming up. Set of binoculars will be great. And Pad's had a crack at us, stop having to go up my recruit. So I'm not too sure whether that is. I've got a
That's
fair
Justin
idea.
Pelicano.
I have no doubt. But
Gotta be Justin Pelicano.
Anyway.
I'll just give Rowdy Larks down at Ballara a shout out because he's just sent me a message and said they'll let anyone on a microphone these days. So
you're right.
He's right. Yeah,
you're right.
Yeah.
That's
Times are tough.
So the umpire
picked one out for Thorpe here to go to Trav Patton.
So g'day to Waddy as well, mate. What he normally does as a commentate. He was going to go to the Bina reunion today, but he's unwell. So hope you get better soon, Waddy. I'm sure you're listening to the commentary, and I think Fonzie's going okay, mate. There's no Michael Watt. He's going okay. So back to the footy.
You can have it back next week.
Chopping has that's a chopping looking kick too. Fonzie just kicked it.
It is.
He's chopped it to the left though.
Yeah,
that is 1 point.
The top side.
It is, mate. So good game going on so far, and close 4 points in it. The siren must be going any time now, mate. So the big Benny Campbell's looking for someone to kick it out to. Hasn't got much.
Safe option. He's trying to find,
he's just
but
going
hasn't
to
got one.
Along
thumping big kick up the top hill.
End. And who's you looking for? Lamborn.
He's found your mate Joel Lamborn.
I thought he was half asleep there, mate. He was having a cup of tea. Then he must have been the sun, I'd say.
Obviously thought they aren't worried about him because they just left him on his own.
They do.
So,
that's good. And Lamborn thumping right kicks up to the pack. And
here
who's going to
take
this one? Pelicano comes through. Yep. Oh, Nash class. Gets her hands out and finds his teammate. That's Ronnie. Ronnie gets a kick out, but he's only kicked it to Gunn. Look at Gunn, smart football. Just puts his bum out and just smart. That's experience, Fonzie.
Straight down to Mirboo North son,
That's
Kenny Graham.
Kenny Graham.
Player in the blue and white.
Well, we better call him, actually, he's not Kenny Graham, it's Mark, but we call him Kenny. He
Little
comes
Kenny.
up, follows up, and off he
Oh,
goes.
look at him go.
Runs faster than his old man, that's for sure. Only to find young Mahoney, who gets caught, brought to ground. The ball goes in. Mahoney's
Still
trying to get
going
it out.
hard,
They're still going hard. Stacks on the mill, and it's going to be a ball up in the centre here at Mirboo North on this lovely autumn afternoon. Fonzie, young Kenny was going there, but he wasn't going.
He was
as
having a
quick as
crack.
he
It was
used to.
good.
Yeah, so up they go, and Big Monga gets a tap out again. And Jake
Nash
Nash has
has
been held up by
He has,
yes,
and
you
he's
have.
been pulled up here. So
Nash
straight
got-
up to Ubby Taylor with the kick.
Taylor
Pretty
dangerous,
comfortable.
but he goes back. Who's he looking for? Where's
I reckon he's going to
Pelicano
allow
leads? He gives him a lead,
Pelicano
but he's
here.
gonna-
Yeah,
no, he didn't.
nah.
Oh, no, he is now, but
Yeah.
he's too late. So he's just going to thump it long. There's no one in the goal square, but his old stretch. Hey, Gunny, you
Just
can move.
picked up Gunny. They might have been teammates a few years ago, but now they're different colours, different teams, and maybe Ubby heard a voice.
It's,
Thought Gunny was playing down the forward line again.
And there they go again. So Thorpdale have cleared it pretty well. Munger again. Gets a
Lovely
big
smother.
kick. It was too. And they're hitting
Little
the ball.
Damo Turner in there.
Week in, week out, Fonzie, he does it every week.
hard
It's
as
just
a cat's
ever-
head, mate.
He is, mate. Fantastic to watch. And the ball's just going nowhere at the moment, mate. And there's Turner again. He just a
Jeez.
little chip, and he's Woodall. He's
There we go.
Here he goes, a bit of
Maxi
class,
Woodall.
and Max Woodall gets it up, and here's Pelicano.
Yeah,
Yep, he's
big
taken
hands
one, the
from
big
Juddy
fella.
Pella.
One he's been waiting for all day.
25 out. Draw. Just on a slight angle here, but it won't be much. Shouldn't be too much for the big Pelicano to go back and kick this. So his last game of footy was grand final for the Leongatha last year, mate. They were victorious. He had a pretty decent season from all accounts. So as he comes in here and big. Oh, wow, wee,
Tell you
Judder.
what, tell you what, Pads, we're allowed to say what we want there, mate, after that kick. Anyway, first quarter sees Mirboo North 2 goals 3-15 behind Thorpdale 3 goals 2-20. First quarter wrap, Fonzie, what would you say?
Thorpey's got the run of the mill here. They're looking pretty good. Definitely the Thorpey backmen are playing a decent game. They're getting in all the right positions and making it very hard for the Mirboo North forwards. Mirboo North seem a little bit sloppy, trying to be a bit too fancy maybe, but it is only the first quarter. We'll see what folds out in the next 3.
I think Shotty be telling them, hey, you need a bit of structure in that forward line. Like Pella's been leading out at times, but they've been too late. They've been just trying to take the big mark over the top.
Yeah.
Haven't been chipping it. What gets Mirboo North goals is when you've got the blokes like Woodall and the Bo Melbournes, and then you've got Bo Peters going down there. They need to chip it around. You've got Huddy Kerr. All those guys, the big marks at the moment aren't working. I know it's a good dry day and it might later on, but they really need to chip around and get those goals in round and close. At the moment, they just sort of don't seem to have that structure in that forward line, and it's making Thorpdale's backman an easy job.
Yep.
So they look pretty solid.
They're not really making the contest Mirboo North either. Like the kicks coming into Judder and Nashi when he's down there and whatnot. They're not giving him a chance to leap and get the run and jump that those boys sort of like. So if there is that contest, then your young blokes and your small blokes down the forward line, like you said, your Woodalls and Bo Peters and that, they can get underneath it and come through and kick the goals.
They do. So
but
I think
without that contest, it makes it pretty hard to kick the goals off the deck.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens in the second. I mean, Thorpdale looked okay too, but they fumbled the ball a lot. They weren't really hitting targets, and because if they did hit targets, I reckon Mirboo North might have been in a bit of trouble. But look, pretty even game. It's not the prettiest of football, not the prettiest for a nice dry day, but it could probably change.
It is country footy after all.
It is country footy, mate. We're country commentators, Fonzie. That's
We
why.
are. Shout out to Dan Hammond down there. He's not looking at me. But,
Righto, mate. Yep.
Played a good game in the twos for Thorpey today. So,
Yeah, good, mate.
Local legend of the Thorpey Footy Club. So.
No, good. So it's an interesting battle going on at the moment, and like I said, it's a beautiful day for footy. Young Cooper got his kick there, his first kick, so that was nice to see. I thought, Chiller did all right earlier on. Peters, Lambourne, obviously Benny Campbell. Nash always got it. You can tell he's a Nash. Always got class. They all look the same. They're just a step above. So it'll be interesting to see what the second quarter unfolds. If you got anything you want to say or want to shout out, give us a text. We are on the Mirboo North Football Netball Club page. You can get on the Facebook and give us a text, or give us a text on 0499 304 580. Like I said, you shout out and we can give us some feedback if you like, good or indifferent.
Big Munger for Thorpey.
Yes.
I'm not really sure where he's from or how they got a hold of him, but I think it's his second season at Thorpe this year, and he's been promoted up to captain.
Yep.
He's everywhere.
He has been
For a big bloke,
very mobile.
he is everywhere.
And he's let people know he's around too,
Yeah,
hasn't he?
throws his weight around, throws his muscle around, and it's good to see.
It was good to see. We just
I love it.
Old style
Old
football,
school
mate.
football.
Yeah, old style
Yeah.
football.
No,
So
that's really good to see.
and good to see the cameramen out the back there having a drinks break, which is always good. And the young Crump and Danny, which is great. They're well deserved. They do a great job with Brian. Brian, leading the pack every week, and there's a lot of setting up. Gives us a text every Monday and says g'day, and you're right to go. Who's going to be there with you? I know that Brian actually, I don't know whether, or maybe I won't say it. No, I will say it. He has had a family do that he probably should have attended and didn't because he had to commit to this. So that sort of shows what he's about, Brian. Once he commits to something, he does. And I'm sure Cheryl and the rest of the family be okay up there. And but that's a sort of like Brian is. He just does. He was here when I found out. I thought, ooh. Anyway, maybe it would have been better if he was up there. Wouldn't have to listen to us two babbling on. But
Anyway, he can turn us down.
He can.
Yeah.
He can actually. We may be off before you know.
Yeah.
Righto, mate. Thanks, mate. Brian reckons it's all done. So, all good, thanks. So the Mirboo North still in the huddle there. There's a fair crowd around them. Thorpdale are going back to their respective positions. Fonzie, I'm looking forward to this second quarter.
Yeah.
See what it brings. Hopefully a bit cleaner football. There's a beautiful day for football. Skill errors probably shouldn't be there in a senior football game.
No.
But it can also be because of the pressure.
Yes, 100%. It's a big game for these two clubs, playing for the Brighton Allen Trophy.
Yep.
So, the pressure will be there for everyone involved and whatnot. But
It's like someone's got on TV at home there, Fonzie, we're getting watched.
Oh, no.
So, yeah, so...
that's a worry.
Obviously, some people are streaming at home.
They are right. The camera does add 10 pounds.
It does.
I look like 130 kilos in that photo.
You're 128, so
Hey.
it's not far off wrong, mate. So, anyway, here we go, ready to go. As they come off the ground, a few guys, drinks in hands. It's a lovely afternoon for a beverage as well, whatever your flavour is, Fonzie. So...
Sure the bar will make a killing today.
It will do. The crowd's probably not as big as what I expected. I mean, they're a couple deep, but not all the way around. So, and it's been pretty... It was the same as last week, Fonzie. Here. It was pretty quiet.
Yeah.
It's pretty quiet even under here. Like we got the window open up here in the commentary box.
Hear everything.
But anyway, here we go. Set for the second quarter. We've got Thorpdale 3-2-20, leading Mirboo North 2-3-15. Second quarter about to begin. Looks like Munger in the ruck, is it? Yep, against Paddy Lewis, Big Paddy. Draper, as we call him. There is a lot of resemblance there. You got who's in the centre there?
You got Huddy Kerr and
Brooks.
Darcy Brock, and looks like Nashy down there as well.
Nash in the middle.
Then for Thorpe, you've got Trav Patton, Monger in the ruck. Looks like Mitchy Gorman and Kane O'Connell.
Ball goes up, and Paddy Lewis
with
gets
the
the
tap
knockout,
there.
and down they go, and the ball hits the deck, and it's going to be stacks on the mill, and they'll lap it up, and the umpire says, I'll have it again, thank you guys. About 15 metres from where he bowled it up from, and he's going to throw it up again, and up goes the ball, and they go up, and there goes Big Monger, thump and tap, and that ball comes down, and they get it out there, and that looks like Woodall on the left foot looking for his teammate in Melbourne. Melbourne shrugs his team player off. He goes down, gets tackled to the ground. Taylor overruns it, and there goes Mark Graham, picks it up. The Mirboo North, he got one too high. The umpire says, no, you ducked. And they go down and hit the deck, and it's all going to be stacks on the mill again.
Not quite sure that was a duck from young
No, he might
Mark
have been
there.
standing up.
I reckon he just took a step. But anyway, so Monger in the ruck against Paddy Lewis again. Monger with a big backhand fist. And that's off the boot. They're going to call this deliberate. Nah, throw her in. They're not as whistle-happy as the AFL umpires these days,
Last
mate.
night there was a couple. You see that cracking game last night, as Mighty Tigers.
No, I refuse to watch the Tigers, mate.
They are good side, mate. Dusty kick four anyway. We'll talk about that later. They go
I'm
up.
sure I'll hear about it. Huddy Kerr out the back there, and he's just palmed it straight off to Thorpe. And Reece Kratzat takes a good mark, going back with a fly to the ball. On the left up to Brock. And then smothered. He's going to have to butter it up and get his own ball here. Off on hands to Bo Peters and back to Brock. And Pelicano with the hands. Right in the pocket here, about 35 metres out from the Mirboo North goal. Hopefully if he has a shot on goal, it's a little bit better than last time.
Hey Fonzie, a big shout out to Don Paneri too, mate. I know he's still in hospital, having an update, but Mirboo North football, the Paneri family, a big part of the Mirboo North Football Netball Club. I hope you're all right out there, Dom, if you're, and the family, and hope to see you back around the town soon, mate. So big shout out to Dom.
Speedy recovery there, Dommy. Pelicano's thumping left boot, just front and centre into the goal square, and big fist from one of the Thorpdale boys through for a point. And now looks like Shannon Pickering's got to go for a run down the hill and get it, because no one's willing to go and find the ball for him.
It's a long way down there, Fonzie.
It is. It's a very long way down there.
Talked about that last week. I won't bore you with it again, but the net helps. The net has helped.
Yes, it's made a difference.
It has.
You notice them a lot now. Every ground seems to have them, which is handy. I think it's Shannon Pickering with the kick out.
Yeah, it looks
down
like
the bottom side, thumping right foot, and he's just Jake Nash come over the top with a spoil there and rolled out of bounds just down near the Prolex scoreboard.
Prolex Solutions, eh?
Yeah.
Joffrey View, I haven't seen him today, but in and about. Good sponsor of the club.
If you notice those thumping big light towers, they were put in by Prolex. So the boys have done a great job for them. They light the joint up very well.
Had them on the other night, and looks like they're lighting up right now. Thorpdale, it goes through, and the ball hits the deck, and just, who's that chasing it there? Looks like a gazelle the way he's running there, Sinclair Stanley. But it goes over, the ball beats him, so there's going to be a throw in right down that bottom pocket where it gets flooded in the middle of the winner. Fonzie, many a time we've had to swim through there.
Oh yeah. Not a great corner to put your footy boots on and run through.
Not a good corner to get out of with the football. It's about 5 kicks to get up to the goal square. Anyway, the boundary umpire is going to ball it up. It looks like big Paddy Lewis against Monger again.
Yep. Paddy Lewis has got the height advantage on him there, but Monger's just using his body and his extra couple of kegs.
Yes. Yep. And they get it down. Thorpdale just thumps it forward, and looks like it goes only to find who's that. That was Chiller,
mate.
Chiller,
He's taken a pretty good mark
Played
there.
a pretty good game again so far, mate. Did last week and hurries it on. Looks for Peters. Is that Peters there? Yep. There he goes, but it comes. Taylor streams through, but overruns it again. He slipped over. And Brock's in there, but that was number 7, Patton. Patton gets a nice kick out and clears it through the centre. And that is Chopping, who gets the ball and he chops it left and he chops it to the centre. He finds only to find Reece Cratchit. Jeez, he's played a good game in there, mate. So Kratz out looking for his teammate up here for Shannon Kennedy. Shannon Kennedy takes a nice mark, goes back. He's looking for someone to kick to, but hasn't got much on. Taylor gives it a lead.
Taylor in the centre, or Nashy's coming up the top here, but ignores both of them.
You've got to play on, and he kicks it up high. Who's going to take? You got a Nash there against.
Oh,
that's a good mark there by Pickering, is it?
Yeah,
that's a great mark.
Waited too long there.
He did.
Get rid of that, but
nice little shove there by number 15. That's Sinclair Stanley.
He's just thumped that out of bounds.
Stanley that out on the full, Fonzie.
He has.
The umpire puts both hands out, and who's going to take the kick? And that's young Karate.
I love his filthy little mo too. You know,
he's got the dirty
very
mode.
seedy. It's very. I like it. It's good.
It is. It nearly makes him look Italian. Nearly.
Yep. We know the truth though.
We do, mate.
Nashy underneath this, got a fist and
well
down to ground. Jesse Chiller's picked it up and he's been collected high.
Holland Birch, yep.
So Holland Birch is having a bit of a hoo-ha at the umpire about it, and in the meantime, the ball was found. Nash, very handy.
And look at that.
Damo Turner on the top of the wing here. He'll do something clever with it. No doubt on the left boot. And a bit of a sloppy kick, but he's picked up a Mirboo North player in Maxie Woodall. So 45 out. I reckon Maxie will go back and put this through.
I reckon he will, mate. Yep.
Pretty handy young footballer, Maxie.
He was talking to his dad before. He reckons he was... reckons we'll, had a bit of a crack at Paul, but all I said was Paul's a great cricketer. And Max gets his football ability from his mum, Rachel. That's all I said. That's fair, isn't it?
Richard Gere is a great cricketer. G'day, Woody, if you're listening. But Maxie's on a thumping right foot boot, and he's just found the back of the net through the points there. So minor score to Mirboo North, taken 2-5-17 to Thorpey's 3-2-20. Mirboo North had the run of the play in this quarter.
They have, mate. They have, and they probably haven't done everything they could have. But that Thorpdale back line, Fonzie, you don't take nothing away from how good they are.
Not at all.
You got Gunn just kicking around there, just floating back. They've just sort of got a nice structure in there. It's probably as good as backliners I've seen this year that we've come up against. So Nash starting to come back into the game. Monger's still doing what he does every time. But anyway, the ball goes up. There's Monger again, speaking of the devil. And looks like they
there, and the big fella's got it.
Looking for his teammate, but that was Woodall. Intercepts, and Woodall just had a hurried kick down. And that is, can't see there.
That's Huddy Kerr,
Huddy Kerr, has he kicked that? He
Huddy Kerr has from, I think it's Huddy Kerr.
No, I reckon that's young Melbourne, is it? At young Bo Melbourne.
That is, it's Bo Melbourne.
He's classy, isn't he?
It's a great kick from
Classy.
that bottom
Yep.
bottom
Jeez,
side
that was-
of the
and
ground.
just one step and bang.
Couple of bounces up the hill. It's never easy.
Was Desi ever a good footballer like that?
Oh, I don't know. Desi's before my time, mate. I'm a fair bit younger than Desi.
Yeah, I reckon I played against him, but I was just going to say Bo's way better. How's that sound? Desi, sorry about that, mate.
Sorry,
But
Desi.
We can only go off what we can remember. So, nice young kick there from the young kid, and back to the centre. So she's moving on. 3-5-23 plays Thorpdale 3-2-20. 7 minutes gone on the Calvary scoreboard.
Taking the lead there, Mirboo North
They
for the
have.
first time. So
It's the first time of the game.
yeah, yep.
And up they go. And Monga tapped it
again with the tap, and he's got it to Brock, and then Nash very clean
Brock.
back to Brock.
Woodall.
Good left boot, but slightly over the top.
And Woodall.
That's our mate Mayburn again.
Lambourne. Mayburn.
Mayburn. No.
Who's Mayburn?
No, Melbourne. Sorry, Melbourne. Bo.
Bo. That's all right, mate.
That's
didn't
your
re-
mate
didn't re-
Sinclair Stanley on the bottom wing for Thorpe, and a thumping big centre and kick.
Didn't realise you're French.
No. Never really good at English either.
The ball's going to be. What's happened is he pulled out a free kick or
No,
not?
he's just crossed his arms and balled it up, mate. Probably felt he hasn't had a touch for a while, so give himself one. And it's a great tap from Monga down to Travis Patton. Tried to find Matty Powell coming out of the forward line, but that is
Is that going to be a deliberate? I'd say.
I don't know if it'll be deliberate. I don't even know if it's going to go out.
No, throw it in. A bit hard.
Just rolled over the.
It did.
Yeah.
So boundary umpire right in front of us here. The play Monga.
Right in front of the Thorpe bench.
Yeah, right in front of the Thorpe bench again. There goes. Up they go. Monga's going to against Paddy and Monga. Yep, Paddy got
Paddy
the big,
with the tap there, but
tap
he
out
hasn't
there.
found
That's the
Thorpe.
pick- That Pickering? Who's that? No.
No, that's Patton, mate.
Patton
Patton's
just
got
kicks
it there. Oh.
You have a bit of pace about him, this fella, isn't he, Fonzie?
Yeah, he's moves pretty well, Sinclair Stanley.
Sinclair Stanley does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
High speed steel, we'll call him.
Yep.
HSS.
HSS. Yeah, well, you're a baller maker, you know. So that's fair enough.
We'll run
Fonzie.
with that.
We will run with that, mate. HSS.
HSS is a hell of a lot easier than Sinclair Stanley.
It is, mate. And up they go, and really, Monga just thumps it forward. That looks like that's Lambourne. Lambourne
your
caught,
mate.
but he kicks it down, and young Graham
That's
takes a
great
beautiful
grab
mark for
from Kenny
Thorpdale.
Graham.
Young Mark Graham going, come on, kick it. And he goes, and he boots the ball. It's a nice looking kick. He thumps it forward. The big men are going to fly here, but that's a nice tap down there by Woodall. That was a Kratzak. Kratzak bumps him, but it looks like he's caught with the ball. He gets his hands out. Young Taj Wilkins gets a hurry kick out. And that's number 23. And you get O'Connell
Turner
gets
wrapping up O'Connell
wrapped
there.
up O'Connell. Geez, if Damo's around, you're going to know about it.
Oh, yeah.
With Damo.
Yeah,
That's
2
good
foot of height difference between the two of them, but
There
the young
is.
fella, the short fella always
Monga again.
makes his presence
Monga gets
known.
beautiful looking tap down to Gorman. Gorman just thumps it forward. He taps it over the top. That's going to be goal, Fonzie. That's a good looking goal there by Holland Birch. And they just moved it forward there, Fonzie. Just moved it forward. That's all they did.
Just kept going forward, just kept pushing it and pushing it and pushing it. And Mirboo North just couldn't seem to take clean possession of the ball there. Obviously come back to bite him a little bit, but yeah. It was a good bit of play from Thorpe.
It was.
Kept the pressure on and kept rolling it forward. So Thorpe back in front, 4-2-26 to Mirboo North 3-5-23.
So
10 minutes gone.
Ray goes off. Rice comes on. Onto the wing here. And the ball's coming back to the centre now. So, yeah, Mirboo North, good game of footy going on.
Yeah, nice and tight. It's what we expected.
Yep.
Or what we wanted.
That's what we wanted, mate. So the ball goes up in the centre and looks like no one really got the tap out there.
Huddy
but
Kerr with some
gets the
clean
ball,
skills.
hits it forward. The big boys go up and they're all overrun it. So who's that down the back there? Lucky Thorpe. Here goes that Thorpe.
That'd be gunny
He's going to
at
give
the
it to Brock
back,
though.
mate.
Brock gets it out and finds his teammate
Pelicano.
Pelicano. Kick save.
Pelicano
Goal!
snaps and gets up and about here.
Oh, the big fella.
Mirboo North back in front. So Pelicano with a sneaky left foot snap there just to find the centre of the goals. And it's much better than his shot in the first quarter.
It was, mate. And look, once again, like Thorpdale did down this other, and Mirboo North just kept moving it forward. It started from Kerr, get that hurry kick out, and they just kept moving it forward, and a nice way to finish off there.
Results
by Pelicano.
paid off.
It did, mate. Yeah, so even it's a bit of an arm wrestle going
Goal
on
for
here,
goal
mate.
here. I like it.
26 plays 29. Mirboo North's way. 11 at the 11-minute mark of that quarter two.
I think Mirboo North will be ruining the fact that they've kicked 5 behinds at this point in time.
Yep.
They're 3 points up, but they could well easily be 3 goals up. Couple of easy misses and
Yep.
whatnot. But Yeah.
Once again, not to take anything away from the Thorpdale backmen and the pressure that they're applying is
Well, it's probably the Thorpe backmen that are creating those missed
pressure.
goals and, behinds. So ball
we'll
back in the centre with the umpire, Monger, and I think that's Bowie Peters back in the ruck
It
again.
is. Yep. Bo will leap over him, but
Monger will just push him out of the way.
I think he will. Yep. And
Oh,
he
no,
did.
I reckon Monger just jumped.
Here he is again. Huddy Kerr in the middle.
Yeah.
All right through. He's still fumbling it forward. Woodall gets their hands out.
Back to Benny Campbell.
Campbell looks for the right foot kick, goes right to the bottom, looking for Brock. Brock against his teammate,
got it.
Ferguson.
Picked it up.
He overruns him, and Hudson Kerr goes back and gets a nice little kick in, but that's a nice strong mark taken there by Richardson in the back line for Thorpdale.
Little shove, but it was well done.
It was well done, mate. So otherwise they were going to go. Hudson Kerr once again did it right there, Fonzie.
Yeah.
And Richardson gets a thump and kick back to the wing. And it looks like all Thorpdale's 3 against 1 there. And they just get a hurry kick forward, looking for his teammate. That's number 9 for Thorpdale.
Michael Burke.
And Burke gets it out to finds his teammate. No, he doesn't. He gets tripped up, but he's followed it up well. And
Picked
he goes
it up
through.
himself, come through with the goods, and he's going to pick
2-on-1,
up
is it?
chopping.
Oh, good mark.
30,
Chopping.
40 metres here. Slight angle up on the bottom side, kicking uphill.
Do you know him, Fonzie?
No, I don't know him.
No?
No idea who he is.
Well, we're gonna find
don't
out
know where
in a
he's from. But he's been pretty good when he's been near the footy today.
We'll find out in a minute, mate. How far out? 35 out.
40.
Yep.
Kick from 45.
Left footer, was it, Fonzie?
Yeah, I reckon he's a bit
left
short
foot,
there.
One. Oh, what was that?
Matt Powers.
That was Lambourne.
It was with
I
the
thought he was going
fist.
to mark that, but he fisted it, so probably didn't know what was around it.
Yeah,
As they say, the coaches used to say, Fonzie, no talk.
no talk. Just not enough talk there from Lambourne and whoever's playing on Matty Powell down there. I can't even see. But anyway, big Monger up in the ruck, and Winderlick got a little tap to himself, and now he slapped it back to Pickering. Pickering coming through, and a right foot snap. Bit of a collision down there between a couple of Mirboo North blokes and Thorpe, and Benny Campbell with the grab there.
You can mark, mate. You can
He's
mark. He
got
goes
a good
out.
set of
Looks like-
hands.
Is this Jordan? That's Jordan.
That's Jordan Camodo
Camodo
up
takes
on the
straight
top
off.
wing.
Damo.
Damo Turner.
Oh,
Oh,
that's a bit tough.
that's very tough. That's
Old HSS, throwing his weight around a little bit. He's
Yeah. I don't really agree with that call, Ange, but anyway.
Umpire's a bit closer than us, Fonzie, so there's not much we can do about it, mate. I totally agree. They both clashed. Umpire probably didn't quite. Anyway,
I think he was coming in from the wrong angle to
it is what
actually
it is,
see
mate.
what happened there, but
HSS
anyway.
has got the free kick, and he's
Yeah.
about 60 metres, 70 metres out, so I don't think he's going to kick it, but he could set it up for him. So what's he going to do?
I reckon he's going to try find Matty Powell at the top. No, but he goes down the bottom, looking for chopping.
Oh, there you go,
And
South.
push
Lambourne.
Tyson Stevens.
Is it? Who's got it?
29, Tyson Stevens.
Oh, yeah. Yep, Ronnie.
Tyrone Stevens.
Tyrone.
Sorry.
Just Ronnie, they call him Ronnie for
Ronnie.
some reason, whatever, but there's that big Campbell takes the mark. Ronnie gets it. Stevens gets it to Campbell. They're all yelling for it up the top here. Peters yelling for it.
Top side, Peters.
takes a nice looking mark. He won't drop them ones. He gets a hand straight off to Cooper. The young first gamer Cooper goes on the stream and left and looking for
Good
big
bit of runner.
Pelicano. Takes a nice mark there about on the forward flank.
He's 60 metres out there,
60,
Ange.
70 metres out, mate. So not even Pelicano, but he thumps
Oh,
it long.
I reckon he thought he was within range there.
He did.
Big
There's-
Juddy.
There's Komodo who mops it up, is it? And he
Nah,
gets
that's Bo Melbourne, mate.
He got hit hard. He got hit high there.
He did. He got cleaned up.
Is he
And,
called a free kick there, Fonzie? or
No,
not?
I don't think he. Oh, maybe.
I think he should have because he was down and he got hit high.
Yeah, he
Didn't
has,
duck.
mate. He has.
So young Bo Melbourne, another one. He's already kicked one. He's gonna do the old
I'll round the
kick,
bend.
round the bends.
I don't understand this.
Gives me round the twist, but
Just
that seems to work.
drop punt straight through the middle
Yeah, I think
instead of round the bend out of bounds on the full.
I think they practice it a bit more down there, mate, than we do up here.
Yeah, but
Maybe too much TV, do you think?
definitely too much TV. It's like the bloody reverse sweep in cricket, mate. Put it away.
Yep. It's just time revolves, Fonzie. Even you're getting older. So
I know.
Yeah,
Smart. I'm not getting smarter though.
No, you're not. And but that was not a typical kick that you look from Bo Melbourne. But anyway, back to here we are. It's actually a bit of smoke down there. Was that fog? It's just my eyes, Fonzie. I can't see what's going on.
I've got no idea,
That was
mate.
young Kenny Graham. He finds his teammate Monga, takes a big strong mark down the bottom. And actually, if you look at a TV, it might give us a
Oh,
bit
now
better
we can actually see what's going
So-
on. Benny Campbell down there, and it's just run out of bounds. Just got an update of the Tarwin-Ballara game from Jesse Giordino at quarter time. Tarwin 10 goals, 363 to Ballara 2 goals, 1. So fair to say Tarwin's in control of that one.
Yes, to say the least. Where are we? Back to
Bit of scrap down the bottom again. And
Woodall. Nice kick.
Woodall to... I don't know who that is.
Was that Cooper?
Cooper again, I think.
It was Cooper, mate. Yep,
Darby Taylor in and amongst it down there, as always.
Was he been held? Yep. They held him, yep. That's fair enough. And so Thorpdale have the kick in the bottom wing. They're
coming up the centre, looking for...
He's found his teammate there in Price.
Kieran Rice. That's a thumping kick straight into Matty Powell.
Rice.
Just where Matty likes him too. So you would say Matty will go back and slot this. He's got a pretty handy boot on him, Matty Powell. So played on and played on to Pickering down the bottom. I just missed all of that.
So did I, because Waddy was texting me, and that's what I was looking at.
Matty Powell's obviously dished it off to Shannon Pickering somewhere in the bottom quarter of the forward 50 for Thorpe, and he's just slotted that straight through the middle. So Thorpe 5 goals, 232.
Plays Mirboo North,
4 goals, 5-29.
And Waddy said, hey, Fonzie, you played a reverse sweep this year. Waddy saw you, so...
Well, that's a bit harsh. I only played one game,
That's the thing when you commentate, mate. See, people remember things. Anyway, back to the footy. Thanks, Waddy. The ball goes up. Monga gets a nice tap out again to himself. He tried to get rid of 3 of them and nearly did. Yeah. And they go in and Thorpdale gets wrapped up and taken to the ground. Is that Nash?
It's got to be Nash.
Yeah, it has to be.
Now, Waddy, I'm just going to correct you here, mate, because it was actually a scoop. It was over the top of the keeper's head. It wasn't a reverse sweep.
Same, Waddy. Don't worry about it, mate. Monga gets a nice tap out again. Back down the bottom. Woodall thumbs it forward. And Thorpdale the runs
Benny
on. And that's
Campbell in the chase there. He's picked it up pretty cleanly.
And he finally finds his Thorpdale. So Thorpdale take and they got his Monga again. He's been everywhere, Fonzie, hasn't he? He's provided a lot of drive for Thorpdale so far. So Nash on the mark, put their hands up. Monga just going to thump it forward into the forward line. At the back, I reckon there.
They've paid that to Thorpe there. I thought they was both a bit of holding, to be honest. But
anyway, Thorpe go in. And this is what we're
Matty
talking
Powell.
about. Here he is again.
Yeah, that's how he likes him too. You know, sit 5 metres in front of him and just let him run onto the ball, and he will every time.
The ball comes in like that. He looks like a big man. No one's getting his way, and the ball's beautifully delivered. You ain't going to stop him.
No, he's pretty quick over 15 yards, Matty.
And young Shannon Kennedy, he's pretty sharp, pretty quick himself. But he's probably a little bit of experience for this fella at the moment.
Matty's got the body size to throw him out of the way too. So
he's doing the old twist again.
Top side there.
I love it when they go this way, Fonzie, to the left.
Big Joel Monga off the ground for a spell. He's bloody well deserved too. So kick out for Reece Kratzat and aim for Jake Nash, and he's called it straight away. Mitchy Gorman throw the arm around the head here. Won't let him go.
I thought it might have been 50 nearly there.
Yeah, it was very close. So
ball goes up, and it's really the big pack flies. Thorpdale get the ball, and they get there. That was Patton. Patton thumps it forward and finds his team at HSS, and that is Sinclair Stanley, and he's just going to thump it long into the forward line. No, he's looking for an up go. No one's going to go up, and no one gets it. It would beat them all, mate. So another point. Thorpdale looking dangerous, Fonzie.
They are. They come out pretty hard at the moment. So
they're tackling hard too. Let Mirboo North know they're around.
Yep. Even the contests are a bit harder too. You know, Thorpe is coming in. Throwing their weight around, hitting hard. It's good to see. Cruddy with the ball out of full back, and he's thumping long kick, and Pelicano's underneath it. Over the back is Harrison Mahoney, and he's been held. And you get a free kick there, Mahoney. So top of centre wing here, Ange, and Mahoney off just straight onto it. Benny Campbell's down there, throws the opposition out of the way, and he's back into it again. So he's doing pretty well here. Back to Mahoney. Mahoney to the goal square and fisted through by the Thorpe defender for a behind.
So a bit better play there by Mirboo North. Kept moving it forward, Didn't hit their targets, but, it's a great game of footy going on, Fonzie.
It is.
It's sort of changed. They're throwing their weight around a little bit. Mirboo North, just moved that ball nicely. They're on this top wing and all the way down. Didn't get the result, but really the tempo appears to have stepped up.
Both sides. Mirboo North and both of them look a lot better when they're not fluffing around with it and they're just pushing forward.
They do.
So I think at the end of the day, it'll just be who's got the better motor.
So but
Mitchy Gorman in the centre takes an uncontested mark.
He's looking for his teammates. Their ball calling forward down the bottom. Powell looking forward. Say, give it to me, Powell. Nash, Powell. He gives him a shove, but they bring it down. and that's Lambourne, and that's Jesse Chill who comes out with it.
Lambourne deals with two
He does,
Thorpy players there.
He does.
You know,
Here goes
get
Kenny
out of my
Graham
way.
against Bo Melbourne.
Oh, Kenny
he gives him
Graham
one, young
comes
Kenny.
off second.
He's giving one. Oh, hello.
I don't know about that.
Who
I
cares?
do not know
And
about that.
the crowd's letting them know about it as well. Let me tell you can hear it from here. Young Mark Graham cops one. He gets up and looks for his teammate. Here he is again, mate. He's played a great game, mate.
Sinclair
Stanley's got the ball and he's going to thump it. He's going, come on, where are you, pal? And he goes down to the bottom and the ball goes up.
Looking
Oh,
for
that's
Michael
a good
Burke,
mark.
I reckon there.
That's a good. Geez, they're looking good, mate. They are looking good. And Burke just takes a nice steady mark. The big fella going back, and I don't know. I haven't seen him kick that much yet, Fonzie, but he looks like he can kick, can he?
I reckon. He's pretty athletic
He
kind
just-
of bloke.
he
So
looks- yeah, a bit
see
like
we
you
go.
in your younger day.
No way. I wasn't playing seniors.
No, but you were athletic at one stage of your life, weren't you? When you were about 15?
I don't know when.
I saw you bowl once when you were left-handed. You used to be able to bowl. But anyway, he comes in, Burke. Nice looking run up. Nice
Good
looking
action,
kick.
good
That
drop,
is a
good kick.
nice-
And he's hit the post.
Hit the top post.
Yeah, very low too.
Nash off. Kerr on.
Nobody, only one bloke, your mate Lambourne in the goal square.
The big fella.
Don't get that. But
No.
anyway, there's a lot of blokes around the 50 here for both teams.
There is Kratzat.
Kratzat
Finds
to-
Shannon Kennedy. Kennedy just going to thump it long. And here comes Peters again. He's played a
Yeah.
good game. Plays. Would he play on? He did.
He does.
That's a nice kick.
That's
He's
a
looking
great,
for Melbourne.
clever
And Melbourne's
kick.
going to run on to that, I think. But he's going to have
Gunny,
to
he's
contend
got to
with.
deal with Gunny.
Whoa. Oh, geez, that was... I don't know about that, Fonzie. That was a fair hit inside, wasn't it?
Nah, there was no attempt at the ball there from Gunny.
Yeah.
Only because it was Gunny.
I don't know. Yeah, righto. No love lost there, Fonzie. Eh?
Nah,
Because
nah.
it's Gunny. And that's young Bo Melbourne gets a cop side, but he's going to get it one, and he kicks it forward, but it looks like 3-on-1.
Abby
And
Taylor out the back.
and that is Birch. Holland Birch gets it to his teammate, number 23.
Abby still got it.
O'Connell. What's happened there?
So,
Ooh,
holding
he's
the
gonna say
ball right in the
goal.
goal square. Josh Taylor.
Oh, Taylor in front
Never
of those
gave
goals.
up there.
He's a bit like
And,
Kevin Bartlett around goals, isn't he?
He is.
Hey?
I'll tell you what, Damo Turner and Pelicano will not let Kane Connell forget that, because that was pretty lapsadaisy from Thorpy.
Was.
They just
Yep.
gave up on it, and Ubby just strolls in and kicks a goal, lets Kane know about it, and Mirboo North regain the lead. Only by a point, but
It's been
You know.
good, Fonzie. It's a bit of feel in this game
It's
now.
been
The
great.
tempo's kicked up. It's more like senior
Been
footy. The
great.
first quarter was a bit,
bit of resi spec.
Sort of, yeah. it's
ultimate
like-
resis.
Yeah. Now the ball's moving a lot better. It's a lot
Yeah.
quicker. There's a lot of feel. Big, harder hits. What we expect on this sunny, beautiful autumn afternoon at the Walter J. Tuck Reserve, where Mirboo North 5-6-36 are in front of 1 point of Thorpdale 5-5-35 in the Festival of the Spud.
So
It's
coming up
beautiful.
on half time here, whoever goes in half time leading, you would say has the advantage, but obviously,
Funny about
that was good. Overall, she's been a pretty even game.
It has
I
been, mate.
reckon.
It's been good to watch too and good to call. Hello, who's that? He's
Hold
advantage, and he's got
advantage
advantage.
to
And that is
Thorpy.
Gorman. Gorman's come straight in and found his teammate, and there he is again.
That is
Chopping.
chopping.
Well, I don't know. I didn't really. I sort of missed it. I was
saw
looking
that.
down 4, but anyway, here we are. Fonzie Chopping's
So-
about 35, directly in front.
Gives Thorpy a 5-point lead heading into half time if he kicks this. So
Can hit the post this time. Or is he going straight through? He's
he's kicked that. So Thorpy up by 5.
Well, Fonzie, this has been just a real
Back
arm
and
wrestle.
forth,
It's
back and forth, isn't
been a
it?
great game to watch, hasn't it?
Beautiful.
Great game to watch, and they're both, that Sinclair's been really giving him a lot of drive. That Sinclair Stanley, we've had, for us, Abby's been good when we get it down forward, but really Hudson Kerr, Bo Peters, Bo Melbourne, all those kids chill in the back line.
Jake Nash.
Jake Nash, Kratzat, all sort of pretty solid through there.
Craddy's been really good in the back line.
But geez, their back line down there is probably not as been as powerful in the second half of this quarter it was in the first part of the game, but still game on. Gunny's giving him a bit down there. He always just that man back, and he's
He's a
sort of
bit
leadership
of
there.
a bit of a general down the back there,
Yeah.
I reckon, Gunny.
See that? The ball comes down to the centre, and it's going to be bulled up again, I'd say, because it went nowhere.
They're pretty smart footballer, Dwayne.
Yeah.
He's played a couple of flags for Mirboo North.
He did.
14 and 17, I think.
Yep.
And yeah. So anyway, Benny Campbell in the centre, and he's been dragged high. So he'll get that one back.
Can't be long to go.
Nah.
26 minutes
26
gone.
So he's off here, Benny Campbell, and he thumps it into the forward line. Pelicano just lets it slide.
He dropped it.
Yeah,
What we
well,
say.
well, I thought he might have had third or fourth dib on it, but anyway, it's brought to ground. It's going to be a ball up about 50 metres out from Mirboo North goal. So Pelicano in the ruck here against Holland Birch. And
Birch got that tap down there, mate. Looked
he
like it, but
did,
to
yeah.
nowhere. Fonzie to nowhere. So,
Little Mark Graham again.
he's doing all right, Mark.
He's going pretty well for a young fella, and that's half time.
There goes the siren. So 5 goals, 6:36, plays 6 goals, 5:41 Thorpdale's way. Bit of pushy
Bit of pushy shove. Pelicano trying to assert his authority. I don't think he's got a whole lot here, but you'll give it a run anyway.
I'd probably back him most times, but Monga looks like a big fella. So anyway, it's a bit of feel in the game. The game's changed, Fonzie, in that second quarter.
Definitely.
I think the ball's moving a lot better than what it was in the first quarter. Also, Thorpdale some good structure in the forward line. Mirboo North had some good structure, so it was really a bit of an arm wrestling in that second quarter, do you think?
Yeah, and it was what we talked about at quarter time. There was no structure in either of the forward lines, and there was no kick to nothing. So it was good to see the game change a little bit in that second quarter, and I reckon the third quarter both sides will come out firing after a bit of a spell. And
so really that Holland, chopping Sinclair, Stanley, they've had the full forward.
Powell. Matty Powell. Sorry, Matty.
Monga, all playing well for Mirboo North. Shannon Kerr's been in amongst it. Melbourne, Bo Peters, Kratzat. They're all doing their bit down there so far. Probably the better place. Chiller's been doing a fair bit.
Benny Campbell's had a fair bit of that.
Yeah, so they're all huddled up they're all heading into the rooms. We'll head down for a scone and a cup of tea, Fonzie.
Sure.
And,
as long as the cup of tea comes out of a can, it'll be all right.
That's all right. 5 goals, 36, Mirboo North trails Thorpdale. 6 goals, 5:41. Half-time, Walter J. Tuck Reserve on this beautiful autumn afternoon in the Gold Coast of Gippsland at Mirboo North. We'll be back in about 10 minutes. Self. Welcome back here, guys. Everybody out there streaming wherever you may be in this lovely autumn afternoon at the Walter J. Tuck Reserve. You're watching Mirboo North play Thorpdale at halftime. It's about to start of the third quarter. The umpire's got the ball. 36 plays 41. Thorpdale in front, Fonzie, and we're ready for a good second half.
Yeah, umpire's got the ball up, the siren goes, and here we go. Rolling in quarter number 3. Monga up against Paddy Lewis. Paddy Lewis with a tap down to Huddy Kerr. Nashi. I don't know about that, considering he held the ball. But anyway, and a 50.
Yeah, so, straight up.
Umpires are hot on the whistle. Start of the third quarter here, Ange.
Not too sure about that one, Fonzie.
No, I'm not too sure about either of them.
Because he had the ball.
He had the ball. He didn't drop the ball. And
perhaps we're not up with the latest rules, Fonzie. They do change weekly. But anyway, is that Pickering?
Anyway, that's Shannon Pickering, 50 metres out. Nashi's on the mark at 35, directly in front, kicking to the town end into the shadows. 2 steps, kick, and
he doesn't miss. He's a fine footballer there, isn't he? Is it?
No, he's missed, mate. He's missed.
Jeez.
So I think he hit the post.
He played really well.
The umpire.
He played really well last year against us up here at home. He ripped us apart. Pickering. Who's up the ball? Is that Lambourne down there? Yep.
Yeah, that's your mate Joel Lambourne out to Huddy Kerr. Takes a good solid mark at centre half back here. And switching up the top side of the ground to Reece Kratzat, who also takes a good mark with high-speed steel right on his tail. Back to Abby Taylor. Shout out to Stu, the farmer, who just wanted to know how I got a commentating gig on this. Scraping the bottom of the barrel, mate. Back to Reece Kratzat, top wing. Plenty offering position for him.
Peter's up the top here, but he's got nowhere to go, Fonzie. Nowhere to go. So his thumbs
Thorpdale are all over this. Pelicano and Nash.
Nash takes it. Oh, that's
down in front. Geordie Camordo
goes down and looks like Peters gets it out, and Peters goes forward, but only here's Gunny. Gunny gets tackled there by Jordan Camordo, pushes him in the back.
Lovely little throw out of bounds, well disguised by Dwayne Gunn.
Season campaigner, mate.
He is. He's played a lot of footy, a lot of senior footy.
Here we are again, right in front of us, in front of the Thorpe box, and Monga goes up against Lewis. Monga just thumps it down, but only to find Nash. Nash gets wrapped up and tackled. It looks like they're in Gorman. Gorman tries to. He's going to be holding the ball, is it? No prior.
Apparently not for Thorpe when they do that.
Interesting.
So, anyway, different umpire, different view.
That's what can happen, Fonzie. Anyway, they're at the best. They're in the best spots. Up they go again, and Monga gets a tap out once again. Finds Huddy Kerr though. Kerr gets out. Benny Campbell goes forward and gets it on, and there he is. Turner, what's going on here?
That umpire again from the centre of the ground has called a throw.
My goodness.
So
anyway,
he's picked that from 50 metres away, well as an umpire 20 metres.
Got better eyes than us, and the Birch just thumps it to no one really. It's going to be a 1-on-1 or 4-on-1, and it goes, it's a deck, and that's Thorpdale get the ball out and number Holt, and Holt gets the ball and he kicks it forward. 1-on-1 again. That's Kratzat. Did he get it? No. Yep. Now what's happened this time? He's paid one.
It's high. He caught one in the chin there, I reckon. It was pretty insignificant.
And that is Kratzat looking down there and he just dumps it long. And geez, not much going on here. Fonzie just kicking it to nobody. And that's the number 1 there for Thorpdale. Here he is again. Monga thumps it, gets dragged to the ground for his troubles, and that's a good mark there by number 4 there. That was
Mitchy Gorman, mate.
Gorman to Pickering. Pickering forward. And the tussle's on down there, but only to find Chiller. Chiller gets it cleared. No, he doesn't. He gets brought to ground and said, that's going to be holding the ball. That's a good tackle there by, was that young Graham? No, it wasn't. That was HSS. And
I don't even think it was him.
I reckon it was. No, it wasn't HSS. It was Lockie Ray. It was Lockie Ray.
Yeah. Lockie Ray with the tough stickers.
Similar.
Yeah.
Yep. Anyway, it's in the forward line there of Thorpdale's right in the forward pocket there, Fonzie.
Boundary throw in right in the pocket here.
Yeah. That's where you like it. It's on the top side as well.
A couple of arms above eyes up here just so that they can see what's going on.
Including ours.
Yeah. Paddy Lewis and in the ruck here when the ball comes in.
Oh. He says thrown it again.
We'll try that one again.
That's all right, mate.
So Holland Birch in the ruck against Paddy. That's a great throw in there. And
that's a snap there by Thorpdale. They've got a goal, Fonzie.
And they've kicked the goal.
Who's kicked that? Don't know, they're getting around. Is that?
Nah. I reckon that was chopping,
It was chopping, mate. The big chopper. Chopper's chopped it through, Fonzie.
Yes. Huddy Kerr coming off here, mate, and
Mahoney going on.
Mahoney coming back in.
So that's a good goal to Thorpdale there. So 7-6-48, plays 5-6-36, 4 minutes gone, third quarter. Good start to Thorpdale, a little bit of intensity about him.
Yeah, yep.
And Monga continues just to throw that weight round and get her in everything, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's got enough to throw around there. He's doing a really good job. He's my best on ground today so far. He's been into everything.
He has. Given a lot of drive there, but they've got some big forwards there, Fonzie.
Yeah, they do.
Chopping, Gorman, they get Powell. So up they go again. It looks like that once again, Monga gets a tap out, but Benny Campbell brings it to Graham, but no one. And he goes Peters. Peters goes in, but just only gets spoiled. And that was Thorpdale get a nice clearing kick, and Holt comes down. It goes to the forward line. They all fly. The pack flies. Can't see what's going on there. Stacks in the middle. The people going everywhere. But is there a free kick?
No, that's going to be a ball up. Jolie Lambourne held her up pretty well there.
You done well.
Mirboo North. So this will be Joel Lambourne. Paddy Lewis and
Holland Birch.
Too many Hoffenheim.
It's another goal they've kicked it, have they? It's another goal. He's kicked it there, mate. That was beautifully done there by Kieran Rice. He rode that perfectly. Yeah. The Rice man, and he just took it and read it well, and he's kicked a really quick goal. So 2 quick ones, 2 within about a minute there, Fonzie, for Thorpdale.
Yeah, definitely, mate.
So that's a nice way to start it. So 5 goals, 6-36, Mirboo North. 8 goals, 6-54. Thorpdale, 2 quick goals, 5 minutes in the third quarter. And Thorpdale really moving that ball well now, Fonz.
Definitely, mate. All of a sudden, we're an 18-point ball game. So
probably the biggest. Is it the biggest lead of the game?
Yeah, I reckon it would have been. Well, it definitely is. You just see down on the bench here, Jason Winderlich having a pretty good yak to Jace Carpenteri, the Thorpe runner, and getting some information out to the boys pretty quick. So it'll be interesting to see. But they're coming out firing in the third quarter. Yeah, and Benny Campbell with a free kick.
Yep. Yes, we go with the helmet. He caught one there, that's for sure. And he's come up the top and he's looked there for... Is that
Craddy, mate?
Jeez, he's played a solid game, Fonzie.
He has.
He's looked for Kamordo. Kamordo, nice mark. Oh, no, he doesn't. Graham pushes him out. That's a nice tackle there by Graham. A bit of love going on there between the boys. Young Mark Graham, the Mirboo North boy, the ex-Mirboo North boy. I know he's down there. Kenny Graham's down there. And I'm sure Carol's around there somewhere watching, but he's been looking forward to it, Kenny, to watch his game. Yeah. And it's been good.
He's played a good game,
He's played a good game, mate. He's a cracking lad.
He's thrown what weight he has got around, so it's good.
He's been in amongst it, so good to see a bit of feel in the game, Fonzie, now.
Definitely, mate. You love a bit of feel in the game between the Thorpe Mirboo North one. So here we go. Umpire's got the ball. She's going to throw her in. Got Monga and Paddy Lewis in the ruck. Shannon Pickering and Harry Mahoney having a bit of a push and shove and love going on down there.
There is, mate. There is. And if they go, and that Paddy got that one, but only to Monga.
Only to Monga.
The goal. Who's that went through there? Who's that, Fonzie? Number 7. Patton threw his weight round there again. He's Woodall. Nice class to Peters. Peters gets a hurry kick, right foot kick down. Kamordo streams through, but
Mark Graham, the man of the moment.
Everything again, isn't he? Oh, that's a nice
Shannon
mark.
Pickering, good mark there.
Pickering,
no one on the mark. He's free to go here.
He's not going,
holding back.
He's got the James Dean hairdo going there, Shannon, is he? Hey?
Oh, he's quite suave.
It's good happening there, which is good. Most footballers do these days on TV, Fonzie.
Yeah,
that's a nice mark for Thorpdale. Who's that? Is that Chopping again?
Yeah, mate.
And Chopping's going to chop it down, looking for his teammate Powell, and he's going to find him too.
Yeah, got him.
Jeez, they're moving the ball well. Big difference now. Thorpdale have some structure. I reckon Winderlich's told them of that, hasn't he? He's probably said, right, it's time we start moving the ball like we need to. And they've hit targets, Fonzie, and that's been the difference in this 10 minutes of the first quarter.
Yeah, definitely, mate. Powell looks real good. And he's coming out strong.
How many's just been third or fourth?
Oh, there'll be 3, I reckon. You think he's missed one and kicked 3. But, he's pretty solid.
Yep. And he hasn't missed many. So, geez, that's a great start to Thorpdale in what they call the premiership quarter, Fonzie.
That's right.
The premiership quarter, and they've gone to 8-7-55, playing Mirboo North 5-3-36, 8.5 minutes gone. Third quarter, Walter J. Tuck reserve, and we're witnessing a cracking game of footy at the moment. And Thorpdale certainly run over and show Mirboo North how it's done right now.
Big Juddy Pelicano
put him in the ruck.
Thrown in the ruck here against Monga. Bit of weight for weight.
Monga again.
Monga still with the fist over the top. Mitch Gorman picking it up there to Holt. And what do we got here? We've got a whistle. We've got a free kick from the non-dominant umpire again. So, against the
non-dominant umpire.
Yeah.
Fonzie.
Well, if you ask him, he's the dominant one, I suppose. Anyway, a long way away for all of these calls he's making.
You been biased, Fonzie?
Oh, not at all. I just think that you've got an umpire within 5 metres, maybe they should be making the call.
They all do a good job, Fonzie.
They do a great job.
So, up they go. There's a kick. Oh, Benny Campbell
smash
goes through. But they've roved. Is that another? Oh, no, he's kicked it over. Jeez, they are moving it forward. They're looking dangerous, Fonzie Thorpdale, right now.
They are definitely looking dangerous here.
Wenderlich, whatever he said, he's got to move that ball forward, hitting targets, and they've come out firing in this third quarter. Kick 9 goals, 660, 5-6, 36, Thorpdale's way. 9 minutes gone, third quarter. My own mind, has the intensity stepped up?
Yeah, so the boundary throw-in down in the forward pocket at the town end and top side. Still looks like Pelicano's in the ruck there against Holland Birch, so we'll see what evolves there, see if he can throw his weight around Big Juddy, but he can't. Holland Birch out of the ruck. It looks like Mahoney's picked it up off the deck there, and pretty good tackle from young Harry again.
Yeah, their forwards got a lot more structure and going hard, aren't they? They're a bit more experienced there than the younger Mirboo North backmen. You can see that at the moment. It's pretty evident.
High speed steel just got cleaned up pretty well by Benny Campbell there. It was good to watch. Bo Peters to somebody.
There they go. Yep, and that was Brock just clearing, a clearing kick up the top. It is Taylor.
Just
Taylor Pickering,
unlucky
Pickering,
bounce.
nice looking kick there, right to the hot spot, is it? But no.
Split the points there, mate. So behind to Thorpdale. So 9-10, 66.
61,
leading,
I reckon, mate.
61. 9-7.
Yeah.
9-7, 61. Leading Mirboo North 5-6, 36.
You went the same school as I, didn't you? Yeah, I thought we moved north when you were primary school.
Yeah. Did you go to Thorpe Primary?
No, I didn't. No. I'm not sure if I went to primary school. Taylor comes streaming through here, and he finds Brock. Brock goes back to Taylor. Taylor
he's about to get cleaned up.
He's got one eye, and he knew about it. Who was that? He's given him one. Was that Gorman?
Yeah, Gorman.
He's let him know. He played for it, though. It was a bit of a comedy act, and here is Peters.
Nothing wrong with that.
Peters takes on straight away, streaming right footer, and he finds his team. He missed his team. Who's that?
Turner
breaks one. Woodall's going to be dangerous in front of goal. Woodall, left foot snap. Has he kicked it? Oh, yes, he has, Fonzie. That's a goal to Mirboo North.
Umpire did not move, mate. She was ugly off the boot from young Maxie, but we'll take her.
He kicked it on his left foot there, mate. So, cracking goal there by the young Woodall. 2 Woodalls, and that's Max.
Bit of cramp there. He's too young to be getting cramp, surely.
Yeah, well, he's probably done a bit of running, Fonzie. So
a lot more than I would have ever done.
Cooper's coming off. Stevens going on for Mirboo North. And so Mirboo North needed that goal, Fonzie. 6-6-42, plays 9-7-61.
Damo Turner, the 301 game veteran, strolling through, cleaning up the crumbs there, and that's probably what led to that goal. A couple of Thorpe boys hot on the trail, but Pelicano in the ruck just thrown out of it by Monga. So free kick to Juddy Pelicano, and he'll have a kick centre of the ground. And I'm tipping he's going to try and thump it long to Benny Campbell. It's heading that direction, but Jesse Chiller out in front there. A couple of Mirboo North players underneath it. Shannon Pickering picked it up. Hotly picked up by Kamordo. Damo Turner still coming after it. And a great hit from Damo Turner.
That was fair.
That was definitely fair. Mirboo North with it, top of centre wing. Bo Peters heading back towards goal for Mirboo North, and he's just skewed it straight over the top. Shannon Pickering.
He's played a good quarter, Fonzie.
Yes.
And the difference here is Mirboo North is bombing it into the forward line, right? And
your man Monga.
Yep, Thorpdale just have structure here. Look at him finding the targets, keeping possession. Mirboo North just thumping it long. And that's the difference in this third quarter.
So chopping with a kick to the forward 50. Nobody really flied there. There's a pack of 4 blokes sitting on the bottom. Maxie Woodall takes the outside off to Ubby Taylor, who's a bit sloppy there, but he's picked it up in the end and aiming for Jesse Chiller. Good contested effort there from Jesse.
2-on-1. Turner comes in and goes, I'll give you a hand, young fella.
Come through and picked it up at the end, though, Jesse.
Woodall.
Really good to Woodall.
Woodall got the dreads, or not the dreads, but the curly top happening. He's been wrapped up there, Huddy Kerr.
Yes.
No prior possession. And that Pickering again.
Yeah, mate, yep.
He's
definitely
given him a fair bit in this third quarter, mate, Shannon Pickering. Up they go. Pelicano gets a tap out this time, only to find the Thorpdale player, and that is Birch. Birch just gets a thumping kick to really no man's land, and the race is on. It's a 2-on-2, and there goes in HSS. He hits the deck, and it's a free kick to Mirboo North. I'm not too sure what for there, Fonzie, but anyway, they've got it.
Tripping, mate.
Tripping, and that was young Reese Kratzat gets a ball. Joel Lamborn, he gets off and he takes off with a kick, and who does he find? He finds straight to the opposition. That's who he found.
Harry Kidd.
Old kid, Jimmy Kidd. Harry the Kid kicks it long back and straight kick to kick. Back
Here
to
we go,
Lamborn.
back to back.
Here we go, like back to a
We
primary
find
school.
Harry again.
He was there. He's found young Huddy Kerr, and he's got plenty of room, and he's looking for his teammate Nash. And Nash, streaming like style. Look at him go around, all class there, Nash. He goes looking for his teammate Brock, but they've all overrun it. Big Benny Campbell's going to chase it. He's been hot on the collar, number 17 for them, and that's Holt takes him to ground. The ball goes over, and it's going to be a throw-in, Fonzie.
It is, mate. Quick update on the Tao and Ballara game, mate. Ballara is 3 points down.
3 points down. Geez, they've come back, Fonzie.
Come back very hard. So, anyway.
We need those netball scores up there. For some reason, not coming up.
Zeros.
I'm not sure if we can get them. They're all zeros, but it'd be nice if we can get some netball scores from somebody and put them up on the board. Anyway, the ball gets brought up. Pelicano gets a tap down, but only to find the Thorpdale player, and this is going to be, it overruns it. Birch overruns it. Here is Nash again. He's had a good quarter. Ducks, gets round one, gets round two, gets off to Mahoney. Mahoney, he gets round one, he kicks it forward. They're going to look for Big Paddy Lewis as he's got possession. He drops it, and Thorpdale going, is that young Woodall? Woodall hits the deck.
Maxie.
There's stacks on the mill. There's people going everywhere, Fonzie.
There is.
No one's going anywhere, though.
Nah, no one's happening anyway.
I thought Paddy had that. He was in beautiful position, but he just didn't hang on to it.
Ex-Mirboo North cricketer and a Thorpe cricketer, Bladen Dykes, just sent me a message and said, tell the listeners a joke. So here's one for you, Bladen.
Oh, wow. Yeah, tell
Bladen Dyke. Bladen Dyke.
That's a joke within itself.
That's a joke within itself.
I know Bladen pretty well. G'day, Big Blado. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast, mate.
So it was a good mark on the goal line from Gunny. We thought that was rolling through, but now Thorpe out of defence.
Ray.
Lockie Ray down the bottom, heading towards the swamp there.
The swamp. That's a good name for it, Fonzie.
Oh, I thought so. High speed steal was after that before it went out of bounds. So throw in on the bottom side, down in the dark, dreary shadows. Pelicano and Holland Birch go at it. Pelicano got the tap. Birch picks it up pretty cleanly and gets it out to Patton. Thumps it into the forward line. It's pretty scrappy down there. That looks like chopping with the ball. And who have we got there? 17. Who's that?
Who for us?
Yeah.
Yep.
No idea. Not on the team sheet.
That's interesting.
Maybe it wasn't 17.
No, I don't think it was, mate. Oh, what's going on here? The umpire's blowing his whistle, and it's going to be Fonzie, we'll look at the team sheet there. We missed it all, but all I know is Thorpdale got a goal. Advantage was paid.
Big Matt Powell just crumbing the back of the pack
How many
there.
Saudis kicked? 4 or 5?
That's got to be 4, at least, for the big fella. So he's had a good day out, Matty Powell.
He has, mate. He's playing well. He's given him a lot of drive down there. Thorpdale really looking the goods here at the moment, mate. Looking... No worries, Blado. It's the only one we can think of that's fit for purpose. But Thorpdale get another goal. So 6-6-42 Mirboo North plays 10-7-67 here. And the Langdon scoreboard. A nice little lead here for Thorpdale. 18 minutes gone, third quarter. And Thorpdale have certainly picked up the intensity, Fonzie, and picked up the way they use the ball.
And they've done it very well too. So another change in the ruck from Mirboo North.
No, Paddy's back.
Paddy's back in. Nashy's in the centre. Looks like Mahoney.
And that's Birch. Birch going up for the wreck. What's going on here? Another one. Ooh. I tell you what, the free kick count would be looking interesting right now.
I think it's pretty high one way.
So Pickering, nice looking thumping kick down to space and looking for his
Powell
teammate. But there he is. Look at that. Well done there by Stevens. Stevens runs it out. He looks for his teammate and Chiller. Bo Peters overruns it, gets wrapped up there. The ball hits the deck. It stacks on the mill. Peters in the bottom of it again, but gets wrapped up by the Thorpdale player in Gorman, and the umpire is going to ball it up. Centre wing or half-forward flank maybe for Thorpdale. Top side. Paddy goes up, gets a tap down, but goes nowhere. He's wrapped up. Brock couldn't get away. Patton had him wrapped up, and the ball's moved about 2 metres since the last ball up. Up they go again. The ball comes down. Oh, was he taken high?
Yeah,
Yes,
he
he was.
was.
Mahoney. You're always in the amongst it there, Harry Mahoney's one thing for sure.
Played a good game.
They has. Have they played advantage?
Nah,
Just
they
now
haven't,
bring it
mate.
back. I thought they might have had advantage there, Fonzie, but anyway.
Yeah.
So Mahoney's going to take the kick.
Thought he just managed to reset in that couple of seconds where they had to take the ball back.
They did. Mahoney
And,
going.
slowed
Here we go
Mirboo
again.
down.
Just bombing it up into the pack. And big Paddy Lewis is going to go up, but no. Oh, he's just. Oh, Pickering's hurt himself there. I think he might have got one down in the box reason.
Yeah,
anyway,
he's
he's hurt. And the ball goes on. And it looks like Mahoney's played a good game. But once again, Gunn. Jeez, he's had a cracking game.
He has, mate, yeah.
Like he's done over the big general down there. Oh, he's taking a big mark. It's got to be a free kick to Nash, surely. Not Nash, that's Brock.
That's Brock.
Brock. So Brock's Pickering's coming off. He's hurt his leg, has he? I thought he might have got one in the midriff.
Yeah,
but,
it was
anyway.
his own teammate that ran into him. It was Holland Birch, and
It
he's
was.
just come off as well. So I reckon he's copped a knee into the...
And guess who's got it again, Fonzie?
Oh, Gunny. What a surprise.
Here it
Cheeky
is.
little pickups out the back. Possessions all day long for Dwayne Gunn.
And he
That's
still
what he
looks,
does best.
still looks clean as a whistle, Fonzie.
Yeah. Yeah. So he's just hit Monga just outside the defensive 50 for Thorpe.
So the way they just
Bit
hold,
of high kick
they
to...
just hold position now, mate, aren't they?
yeah, definitely, mate. Patton with the ball. So he's had a good game on the left. Down to Kane O'Connell. On the forward flank. Kane on the left. Tries to switch down the bottom side. Intercepted by...
Whoa.
who's that? Bo Melbourne.
Yeah,
Bit of push
geez,
and
he-
shove there. It
that
was
was- that
good.
was
He's
a
done
good-
really well there, Bowie.
Brock. Once again, there's nothing going on here, Fonzie.
Nah.
Look, they're going to bomb it again. You know what I mean?
They're
There's just
bombing into Pelicano and Ben Campbell, who are running together with 5 Thorpe blokes. And young Mark Graham's
who's
just
got it
picked
again?
up.
There it is.
So, Gunny again.
Hey. Oh, Mr. Clean.
Yep.
Look at him go. He's Benny Campbell hits the deck. Oh, they've got it. Thorpdale running right through. He's got the hands on to HSS. Is he going to pick it up? Yes, he is. Oh, no, he gets caught there. He looks for his teammate and he finds him. Reese Kratzat lays on the tackle. 1, 2. He's been hit. Has he been hit after it? No, he hasn't. And he goes again. So Stanley, he gets the ball clear. Lambourne chasing. That looks like Shannon Kennedy. Shannon Kennedy takes it over the line.
It
So
is, mate.
once
Kennedy
again,
and Powell again. Good. They've been good together all day.
They have,
been
mate.
a good, bit of good contest for both of them. So I'd say Powell's got his measure for Shannon.
for sure, and you look a lot more experience, I'd imagine there too. You know, Shannon's played a bit, but you can tell a lot bigger body. Shannon's been he's been out as well, so I don't know if it's his first game back. I don't know if he played the first game, but didn't play last week, so who knows? Could be still something going on there. But anyway, taking nothing away from Powell because he's had a cracking game. He's when he's got the ball, he's kicked goals, and that's what he's there to do.
So throw in just in front of the scoreboard there, and Mahoney and Burke in the ruck. Big Taji Wilkins ends up with it and throws her on the right foot. And the centre wing down the bottom side, Thorpe Mark. Looks like Heath Ferguson, but he's just turned it straight over to Maxie Woodall. Maxie Woodall is on fire,
Let him go.
streaming through the centre here, and he's just lopped it over to Pelicano, touched on the boot, back to Maxie. They've almost made a meal of it, but they've got a goal. Maxie Woodall, Justin Pelicano. Holy
They
struth.
did.
They
And
made
look-
an absolute shambles of
Maxie
that.
Woodall the intent was right. He didn't want to go
No,
for the goal,
that's
but
exact-
maybe the
did the
hands
right
would have been
thing.
better. Looking for his
Yeah.
teammate, but then they gave it back anyway. Well done, Max.
Well
Woodall.
done, Max. Well done, Justin. Great goal from Mirboo North.
I'm glad they didn't make a meal of that because that wouldn't have been good. Anyway, that was really good play
wow.
there. But Woodall comes off. Taylor comes on.
Hubby's looking a bit stiff as he runs on.
He is a bit, mate. Looks like one of the older ones out there these days.
He is one of the older ones out there, mate.
Maybe that blonde's turning to grey. Do you think? Hey? It's not that old yet, I don't think.
I don't reckon there's enough bleach in the world to let
Monga
that turn
gets
to
it down.
grey.
He gets it to himself, and there he only finds. I know that he's dropped it.
Dropped it.
He's been
Great
wrapped
tackle.
up there. That was Stevens being wrapped up there by the Thorpdale play in 22. Lockie Ray, and the umpire says, "I will have it. Thank you very much." And I'm going to ball it up on the half-forward flank, pretty much, of the Thorpdale, and they go down and they overmix all of them. And this is young Patton. Patton thumps the left foot long. It's a one-on-one. No one gets it. The goal falls over the back, and it looks like chop us over to the corner. Is it going to go out? They keep it in.
Rice.
And Rice is in amongst it. Mirboo North players, stacks on the mill, and it goes nowhere. And the umpire says, "I will have it." There's another ball up. Forward pocket for Thorpdale. 23 minutes gone. Third
A little
quarter.
bit of pushy shove. Kieran Rice and your mate Joel Lambourne.
Lambourne's back. Rice has played a good third quarter, Fonzie, for Thorpdale.
He has.
And the ball comes up and they put it down the ground, but no, and that's look. Campbell gets taken off it, and they all hit the deck. And once again,
Reece Kratz sat on top of it there with Mitch Gorman sitting on top of him. So,
a lot of ball ups today, Fonzie.
yeah, heaps. It hasn't been a free-flowing game.
Boy says, what's going on here?
I don't know, but
Anyway.
Paddy Lewis has got a free kick. Big Sammy Draper in the back line. Going to try and... he's aiming for Harry Brock, I reckon. It's a thumping big kick, but Brock sort of let it go. Nashy's up there. Back on the boot for Mirboo North. Straight to Ubby Taylor. Ubby with the hands to Huddy Kerr. Kerr by foot. It's going to go high side to Juddy Pelicano.
She's just coming through.
Pumped it forward. I wouldn't stand in the way of him. Ubby back with the ball. And he's just switched
well
it
done
back
there.
inside.
That was
Brock with the ball. Damo Turner after it now. He's picked it up very cleanly in a nice little twisty twist. And Bowie Peters.
Geez, that Faye, just nice little spoil in the centre there. I mean, Mirboo North got it back, but he just spoiled that ball, hit the deck, but Mirboo North ended up getting a nice little mark there by Bo Peters.
Good bit of work from Damo Turner on the 50 there.
He's played a good game, and he's been in amongst it. He's made a difference at times. He one run, he's still running, Fonzie.
34, he's
First
300 games, and he's still playing like he's 16.
He is, mate. Yep. Club legend. And Peters, nice kick of the ball, 40 metres out, bottom wing, 45-degree angle. Nice looking kick, hits the post. So young Peters hits the post.
So Dwayne Gunn with the ball, kicking out from fullback, and he's just found Cougar Milsom.
Johnny Cougar.
With the mo. So
the dirty mo. And see Thorpdale just chipping it around now. Fonzie just keeping possession. Probably winding down the clock a little bit, trying to let Mirboo North score again. Oh, they all fly up down the bottom. Benny Campbell goes up and hits the deck. He gets slung. There was a nice tackle, whoever it was. And what's the umpire said? I'm going to bowl it up again. And that's what they're doing, Fonzie. And interesting game going on. Thorpdale sort of got the better of Mirboo North this quarter to date. And the ball is down the bottom and it's going to go over the line once again. So 49 plays 67, 26 minutes gone, third quarter. Certainly the premiership quarter's gone to Thorpdale, this particular one today, Fonzie.
yeah, definitely, mate. So still that 3 goals that they got real early on in the start of the third quarter. So 18 points the margin at the moment. Thorpe with the ball, pumping it forward here on the bottom wing. Touched off hands in the marking contest, and it's going to be another ball up.
And there goes the siren, Fonzie. 3-quarter time. 7 goals, 7, 49 plays. 10 goals, 7, 67. In what we really see is Thorpdale's quarter, Fonzie. The difference being, what's your thoughts on what Thorpdale did different than they did to the first half?
Well, they had a bit more structure and a lot more run, and they were punching through. The first half seemed to be, from both sides, a little bit stoppy start, like short kicks, more handballs. This quarter, you've seen Thorpe and even Mirboo North to an extent. They're trying to kick long, but Mirboo North were just bombing long into the forward line or into their forward half of the ground. Thorpe seemed to have a bit of structure, and they were actually hitting targets when they were coming in long. So I think that's what gave them the early advantage at the start of that third quarter. And Mirboo North just couldn't quite claw it back.
No,
So
I think, Fonzie, there's the old saying, do the same old thing and expect different results. Mirboo North have to change what they're doing. They're bombing it long. They're looking for Pelicano. They're looking for the big forwards, and they're not there. Yeah. They're getting, like you said before, they're coming out with 5 people around them. It's not working. It hasn't worked all game.
No, that's right.
And they've got to change it. If they want to get back in this game to run over Thorpdale in this last quarter, which will be a feat within itself, they've got to change how they're going about it, especially in that forward line. And I agree with what you just said, Fonzie. They kept possession. They had a bit of structure. They held the ball up. They chipped around until they got it. And then they'd thump in the forward line if they had to. And it worked. And they got, they kicked a few goals that quarter and have kicked away.
When they did thump it into their forward line, Thorpdale managed to...
So they had power there.
Well, they had power there. And if he couldn't mark it, he was making a contest. And so was Chopping, bringing it to ground. And all their smaller players, Kenny Grahams and...
Rice
and Rays,
around.
They were just around, and they managed to lock on the ball into the forward 50, so they were getting a score out of it at least. Where a lot of the time you see Mirboo North bombing it in, and it come to hands or it come to ground, and there was a stage there they looked like they were kicking into Pelicano and Benny Campbell, but there was 5 Thorpdale blokes on them, and they just rolled it straight back out again. So I don't know where the other 3 Mirboo North players were on the ground, but
taking nothing away from their back line though too. You know,
that's right.
Gun's been a gun. Pardon the pun. He's been clean. He's been the general down there. He's been that kick back. And every time when you think, you know, we're looking okay, he's there.
He's there. You have a look out at the Thorpe huddle right now, and he's the one taking charge of that backline defence and telling them where we're going right, what we're doing. Everything's working. So we've got to keep it going, and we've got to keep our structures in the back line to stop Mirboo North's entry.
Yeah, and look, game not over. We've got some pretty. Mirboo North can come back here, make no mistake. You know, you got people like Taylor and Hudson Kerr and Max Woodall, and you know those sort of people getting around the chillers. They're there. We can kick goals. So Thorpdale do not want to relax because Mirboo North could come back, and there's no doubt about that. So this is, the scene's going to be set for a cracking last quarter. It's been a great game since that, pretty much the second quarter on. It's been good physical footy, a bit of feel in the game, some nice skills displayed on this beautiful autumn afternoon, Fonzie. And the scene's set for a cracking last quarter, which I'm really looking forward to. On an off footy field for the Mirboo North Footy Club in a couple of weeks' time, just had Pads reach out. Mirboo North's going to be doing roast dinners, not this week, but I'll tell you when it's going to be. It's going to be on Thursday, the 25th of May after training. Get yourself up here, roast rolls. Pads and Joe and the team do a cracking job there, and let's get up there and support. I had a couple of Pads' rolls there last week, and they were absolutely magnificent. The lamb's going to be donated there by the Hillier family, so Johnny, Karen, and all the girls.
Beautiful.
Yep, and all the veggies and everything are going to be donated by I Love Farms out there on the road heading out to the mall. So I Love Farms going to provide all the veggies, and so pretty much
beautiful
everything donated. So
should be a good night to get up and have a feed.
Watch the people train and have a feed afterwards. So see if you can get there on the 25th Thursday night after training. So all huddled up now. 2 weeks time, mate. All huddled up. There's Winderlick. We've got the big board up, and he's pointing here and pointing there, and same down the other end. You've got Shoddy. Everyone huddled up.
A little bit smaller board in Mirboo North huddle than Thorpe's board, mate.
Maybe
it's a thumping board. Maybe that comes from Essendon.
That's what I was thinking. Maybe it was a donation when you left, so you can take the board with you. So umpires sitting out there, ready to blow the whistle. He's going, "Come on, guys! I've nearly had enough." Thorpdale, a bit of feeling there, and
Thorpe up and about here.
Yelling. A couple of Mirboo North intruders in there, listen to what's going on and walking back, as we've all done at times.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
It's always interesting to get a perspective from the opposition team at times, Fonzie. So, and then they've gone back. Mirboo North still in the huddle. So how do you see it playing out, Fonzie? What do Mirboo North have to do to win this game?
Kick goals.
And what do Thorpdale have to do to win it?
Stop Mirboo North kicking goals. How's that for a straightforward answer?
That is high-level technical football, mate. No, I really like that answer. So whoever kicks the most goals should win, Fonzie, I'd say. But we're going to find out in a minute anyway. But look, I think if Thorpdale continue to hold possession, chip around, have some destruction of forward line, they're going to be hard to get on top of. And Mirboo North have to stop that bombing into the forward line to no one.
I would say that Mirboo North kicking to the scoring end.
Yep.
From today's perspective.
Yep. So we're going down the Mercer Mackenzie turf wicket end. Are they? Or going to town end?
No, we're going town end.
That's right.
Yeah, town end. Thorpe's kicked 3 goals in the first quarter, 3 goals in the second quarter. In the third quarter.
Third quarter, so all right. So
Mirboo North kicked a few in the second quarter, heading that way. So
it's still, what you're saying is the town is a scoring end. Mirboo North are kicking that way, and they're going to need to kick a few to win.
Coming into the shadows.
We'll
see how we go.
So they've got Campbell in the ruck now, mate. So Monger's in there, the big Monger. Campbell's in the ruck.
We've had a few different ruck change-outs today for Mirboo North.
I think they're just trying to see someone who can deal with a big fella. I don't think anyone's been able to so far.
Well, they haven't thrown Nashi in there yet.
No, true. But
I reckon Nashi jump over top of him.
I think you need Nashi elsewhere, though. So
can we have 5 of Jake Nash's?
He's still in there. most teams would love to have him up. They go. What's happened here?
Oh, they've pinned it again.
What's going on here, Fonzie? There's been a few of these today.
So that's somebody from Mirboo North encroached the. Oh no, Thorpe this time encroached the square.
Oh, he's giving it straight to Kerr. Kerr goes back, gets hands to Taylor. No, he doesn't. He's just going to go. Just once again. Oh, he's found Pelicano's. He found him. No, Pelicano's dropped it. But he's picked it up. He goes, gives him a dusty man, but he got caught there. He's dropped it. That was a good tackle there by the Thorpe.
Really good tackle.
Was that right? No, that was Faye. I think that's Faye down
Yeah,
there.
I think it is. Yeah.
Yeah, he hung on
Yeah,
to
it is.
Pelicano, so Thorpdale got the ball again. And in
Jason
they go.
Faye.
They've kicked it. Ooh, Monga just goes bang. He ran straight into whoever it is, but
I reckon that was Huddy Kerr, mate.
it was. And I don't think he's looks like he's getting up in a hurry.
Oh, he's up
And
now.
nor
Up
would
and about now, but
Nor would anybody be if he hit
that
by
would have
Monga.
hurt. That would have hurt a lot.
Yep, he's thrown his weight around nicely, ain't he, the big fella? And yep,
Damo Turner on the outside here with the grab.
and you're right about the scoring. It's
Oh,
down the big
Paddy.
Paddy Ryder. She's kicked it.
Yeah, and
The
he's
big
up
fella.
and about.
Oh,
Our Sammy Draper
Oh,
lookalike.
Sammy's
Hacked
got
her
it.
out of mid-air and...
and he's. Oh, no, he
no.
hasn't. No, what's the umpire said to you, mate?
I reckon they've called it a point
Or
or
touched.
a free kick.
I
One
think
of the,
something's going on. Touched.
I don't know. They've called it back anyway.
Get the
Whatever's
replay.
going on the scoreboard is not right.
No,
So
you said goal, but it's not a goal. So, what's happening here?
I don't even
Fonzie?
know.
We're all confused.
I don't even know where we are,
What's going on?
Ange.
Where's
I'm
the
very
ball?
confused about what's happening here.
It's been a 50 and a 50, has there?
I reckon
Or
we've-
150, it looks like.
All right, the ball's in the centre of the ground. And,
We need a replay, mate.
yeah, I don't know. Ball's in the centre of the ground. Umpire non-dominant again. That's what I'm calling him from now on. Plucked a couple of 50s out of
That's
it.
a nice looking kick. Who's
And
that? There he goes. That's Kratz. That just
Kratz
clears it.
hacked it out of midair.
No, they
And I
can't.
guarantee you...
No.
No.
Surely not.
Wow.
Yep.
Debatable. Anyway, moving along. So I'm throwing in Thorpe's forward 50 here.
Who's going up here? Is it the big... No, it's the big blue. No, it's not. It's
Yeah, big blue.
No, it's just... Yeah, big blue helmet.
Big blue helmet.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's Woodall handballs it to himself, and he's going to
Still going out.
He's tackling them well. He's giving him a push in the back, has he? He's going to get a free
Yeah,
kick.
he
Woodall.
goes.
So Chiller or Woodall? Who's it? Mahoney. Well, Mahoney gives him a little.
Good Harry.
Henry's not worried about them.
Nah.
And that's just kicked it to no. Is that Pickering again? Is it?
Yeah, that's
Yep,
Pickering, mate.
Yep. He's got the James Dean hairstyle, mate. You can tell, can't you? He's just a bit like Gunny, except he's a bit dirtier. And he just kicks it to really no one. It's just going to be a
Right up in
contest.
front of us.
Peters.
Oh,
Right in front
Out on
of
the
that's
full.
out the full. Who's going to take that? Peters goes, I'll have
Peters.
it.
actually didn't seem interested in that.
No. Probably going, you can have it, young fella.
Yeah.
Oh, he gets round him nicely.
He's done well there.
He has to kick a banana kick, really fancy to know.
Shit
That's
kick.
Pickering again.
Excuse the French, but Pickering again. He's a little bit of a hobble there.
Yep.
So obviously that injury that he had before, where he got clobbered up's just giving him a little bit of grief still in the final quarter. Nashi, just a very solid mark.
Gutsy. No, didn't know it was coming. Back
Stock
it off,
standard
back.
Jake Nash.
Yeah, mate.
That's enough said.
Yep.
And Pelicano out and about to Benny Campbell with the hands, and they've just given it up to Monga. Free kick to Big Monga over the shoulder, apparently. I didn't really see it, but Benny Campbell standing on the mark, and the umpire's given another 50.
Oh, my goodness.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's the third or fourth 50 he's given in about 5 minutes.
Yeah, the free kick count would be interesting too. Fonzie.
So Monga
Anyway.
with a thumping left foot straight into the forward line. Matty Powell at the back missed it, but Rice
That is a... Nothing.
had a very
Jeez,
good
that
crack at it.
looked good,
And
didn't it?
Abby Taylor's just mopped her up in the goal square. Damo Turner in the middle of the
Jeez,
forward
he's-
50 there.
Is that Faye again? He can
Yeah.
tackle that lad.
Oh, he's got a bit of pace about him
Yeah.
and a good set of arms.
He's got a set of wheels on him.
Yeah.
That's just a mongrel looking kick to nowhere, and that's going to be
Shannon
Pickering,
Pickering.
just as I'll have that. Geez, the way it's looking here, mate. Thorpdale, Mirboo North just doing exactly what they've done all 3 quarters. And look at this, just taking a nice mark there. Sometimes when it goes your way, Fonzie in. Chopping
definitely
goes
does,
back.
mate.
And a couple of 50s in here.
The body language from Mirboo North just then, 3 big tall blokes, Taj Wilkins, Bo Peters and Jake Nash, pretty much just let Chopping stand up and take that mark. So
They did. He goes, Taylor just goes, I'm going to grab it. He goes, bang! He gets
got
tackled to the
clobbered up.
ground there by Harry, the kid. He brings him down. He looks like the Wolfman out of the
Harry
somewhere.
headband.
Yeah, he does, doesn't he, mate? Up the top end of Dargo up there somewhere. He's got the headband and all, but up they go. And what's happening now?
free kick to Benny Campbell over the shoulder.
That's good.
So Benny Campbell will try and settle this coming out of defence from Mirboo North, and he does, and he gets it to your mate Lambourne. Lambourne with the right boot to Harry Mahoney, who's been pretty solid all day, young Harry. And Harry just to Bo Peters, but Mitchy Gorman with a nice intercept there.
Too strong.
And a shrug off. Very
Too strong. All the body language, you could see it.
Very strong, Mitch Gorman. And a push out to Harry the Kid with the headband.
Anyway, Fonzie.
Enough said. No word said or enough said in that call there.
Even the commentators are quieting down.
So
anyway.
Harry the Headband Kid, number 54 with a jump, hop, step, jump.
He's in the triple jump. That's good.
I don't know, but he's got underneath it. And
they've got
over
people
the top,
everywhere, mate. And
Joel Lambourne out the back.
Again. Lambourne gets it out to Taylor. Taylor just goes, I'm going to find someone, and he finds Peters. And Peters goes, give me something to go to. He got Jesse Chill on his own, but he's choosing not to go, so he's going to handball it across the top to Abby Taylor, who gets wrapped up there, but he drops him. Well, then they go. This is hot footy, contested footy. There's Big Monga. Harry Mahoney comes through, gets it out to Chiller. Chiller gets a kick and gets ball to the ground. Oh, that's going to be, it's going to be HSS, is it? Out in the boys called it. Gee, you dropped him after play. Anyway, geez, the teams, they're starting to get vocal now, Fonzie. These Thorpdale, there's a bit going on here. Bit of feel in the game. Thorpdale, but it's all on their terms at the moment there, mate. Mirboo North behind on the scoreboard, and they're also behind, you know, when the ball comes down, and they're moving the ball well, and they're letting them know about it as well, Fonzie.
They are, mate. They are. They've got Travis Patton with the ball on the top side wing here. Going to take the kick in and take the stray toddler off the ground.
What are they going to here, mate?
I reckon, I don't know. Almost out of bounds on the full again. But touched over by young Jesse Chiller there, mate. And Monga gives him a tap on the back. And well done, young fella.
He's been solid all day, Monga.
He's played a great game of footy.
Game, mate, he has.
And here he is again with a big fist. Huddy Kerr after the ball, and he's just let it slip through. Who's that? That's Bo Peters.
Yeah,
and here we go. Bit of pushy, shovey. This is what I come to the footy to see. Here we go. Free kick, Huddy Kerr, and he's given one away there. Mitchy Gorman just wrapped him up round the neck. Probably not what Thorpe coaches wanted to see right in front of their coach box.
And you know, everything's going their way at the moment. They don't want to start turning this game because of that. But Mirboo North just can't penetrate past that centre line. Fonzie?
A lot of opportunity to go past it, and they haven't taken it yet. So
there's Brock, and he's looking for Lambourne. He's been out a good second half, hasn't he, Fonzie?
Yeah, he has.
He
mate.
goes good.
He really has.
And generally gets it down. Who's that? That's young Coops, is it?
That's your
young
mate Coops.
Cooper,
So
the young junior. His first game, he's streaming away. He has a kick. What does he do with it? He finds his teammate there.
Geordie Commordo.
Oh, another junior mate. So this is good. Coops has played all right. His first senior game. Congratulations to him. And he streamed down there. And he's found his teammate in Jordan Commordo, who's 15 metres out on a fair angle. And you'll see the what he's going to do with this in about 2 seconds. What's he done with it, Fonzie?
He's popped it up and he's kicked it straight through the middle there, young Geordie. So
it's game on.
Good finish and great bit of play from Jack Cooper there.
Cooper's done well, didn't he?
And he ran on, delivered it pretty well.
All his juniors pretty clean runner, and he just showed that they're streaming down the bottom down there. He probably didn't get away from these opponents like he used to in the juniors, but you know he's done his bit for his first game. Always, you know, do you remember your first game, Fonzie? You always sort of remember your first game of footy.
My first senior game, I'd already played thirds and played seconds, and got dragged up into the seniors, and I don't think I got off the bench.
That's fine, mate. So you remember it for the thirds and seconds.
Yeah, that's right. And all I remember is getting troused by 100 points in the third, and probably the seconds as well. We're playing Newborough, so they're pretty handy.
So you do remember it. Up we go back to the footy here, and that looks like Campbell's got the ball, looks for his teammate. Monga throws his weight round, Brock's in amongst it. What's he going to call here? Mirboo North hasn't got it. They might be evening up these free kicks here, Fonzie. Maybe, and Brock's got it in the middle, number 3 for Mirboo North. One of the two brothers, the other one's injured. They go up. This Chiller takes an easy mark here in the centre wing, and he immediately plays off, and well shepherded there by Peters. And he's looking for. What's going on now, Fonzie? I don't know what's happening here.
No idea, mate.
It's hard. There's not many whistles, but anyway,
it's a Mirboo North free kick.
It's called
just
downfield. I'd say
forward
downfield.
Of the. So you've got Bo Melbourne with the ball, and he's just gone over top Pelicano's head in the forward line there. Pala spins around as fast as a big man can, and chases back after it, and I feel like it's going to be a ball up down in the bottom pocket for Mirboo North.
Well, it's at the right end if you're a Mirboo North supporter. Then 8-7-55 plays 10-7-67, so 12 points in it, 10 minutes gone, still plenty of time.
Yeah. So ball goes up. Big Paddy Lewis in the ruck, and it's found a Thorpy bloke. Mitchy Gorman with the ball. Jake Nash down there doing a bit, and young Mark Graham streaming out of defence on the boot, but he's found a Mirboo North player. Dropped the mark. Ubby Taylor hacks it off the ground.
Oh, he's found Cooper.
Great take by Jack Cooper there. Cooper inside 50, and that's just gone over the top of absolutely everybody. Geordie Kamordo, Palicano. Palicano, he's claiming it. He's claiming it. No. Thorpdale free kick, Mark Graham.
Mark Graham, he's played a good second half.
He's
Fonzie.
been pretty good, Mark.
Yep. Gets his old team.
So that's a great grab from your mate, Jack Cooper.
Cooper, good on him, mate. He's doing a bit in the last quarter, young Jack.
He has.
Doesn't look out of place, Fonzie.
Nah, not at all, mate, not at all.
I tell you what, he kicked that goal. Touch. Jeez, that was a nice looking kick. He doesn't look out of place in senior footy at all, mate, does he? Good on you.
Not at all. He's done really well.
That's one thing Shotty's been doing, giving kids opportunities so far in the 3 games, which has been great to see.
He's a bit quiet starting off, but he's found his feet in this second half.
He has. He had Tama Little there last week. Got Coops there this week, so he's starting to give those young kids a bit of run time. So back to the footy down in binocular corners.
Jake Nash has been held up without the footy, and he's just oh yeah, definitely. But he's just lollied that over the line for a boundary throw-in down on the bottom half in front of a few supporters down there. So
pace off the game a little bit at the moment, but I suppose they're getting tired. This time of the game, and
fresh legs probably aren't a big thing in this game.
No, and the ball hits the deck again. Who's that? It's just a Thorpdale player versus
Shannon Pickering and Shannon Kennedy. No, Bo Melbourne.
Bo Melbourne. Up they go.
Benny Campbell in the ruck against Monga. Benny with the backhand. Pickering's collected it out the back. Chopping running after it along with Joel Lambourne. And Lambourne's just been dragged to the ground. Ragdolled. So Domo Turner down there with Holland Bush.
He's going to pay that free kick.
Oh, and Bush has just smacked Domo in the face. So that wasn't very nice. A lot of whistles going on down there and not a lot happening.
Whistles everywhere, Fonzie. I sort of wish sometimes this time of the game they put them away unless they really need to use them. But anyway, that's why they're umpires and we're not, Fonzie.
I'd be a horrible umpire.
Yeah, you would be. I agree. I agree. You'd probably just leave your whistle at home. Harder job than you think if you've ever done it, that's for sure. And up they go, and the pack flies.
Picked out a free kick from Mirboo North here. Looks like it's going to go to Ethan Woodall. No. Shannon Kennedy.
They do look the same at times. And Taylor's been everything in this last half. I know. He's dropped it.
Matty Powell picked it up there. Harry the Kid. Benny Campbell, solid mark in the centre.
He's played well.
He has.
Brock. Kenny Graham goes up and looks for the top up here. Woodall.
Got a run here, Ethan.
He's got a bit of pace about him. Once he gets out in front, he'll take some catching. He accelerates away. And he goes and finds his teammate Chiller, but he drops it. And he comes. Is that's Ronnie Stevens? Isn't he? Caught one high. He did cop one high.
Copped an elbow in the face there.
And Kenny Graham gets it and gets one from Harry Mahoney for his business. And there he is again. HSS, he goes in. He's going hard. He lets the people know that he's around. But Woodall gets it, weaves around one, gets down the bottom, looking for Taylor. You got Taylor down the bottom there, and you got Wilkins. Wilkins tries to give him a shove. Taylor goes inside him, takes a bounce, and typical Taylor style. Nice right-looking foot, looking for Pelicano. Pelicano's finally. This is better full. We've been talking about this all day, Fonzie.
We've been chasing all day from Juddy.
So Pelicano.
And he's played on and kicked the goal.
So. And 14 minutes gone. Fonzie, nearly 15 minutes gone. Mirboo North have done what we've been talking about.
What we've been asking for all day.
They've brought it down. They've had some structure, kick to a space, kick to a person, and but Taylor followed up twice there.
Yeah, really good. Really good from Ubby. And even Taji Wilkins running with him.
Yep.
Not a lot of body movement, but it was enough to offset the Thorpy bloke running through.
So, Fonzie, you're right. The scoring end. 5 points in at 15 minutes gone. Mirboo North versus Thorpdale. Last quarter. What a cracking quarter we're witnessing here, Fonzie.
Benny Campbell up in the ruck against Monga with the tap. Back to Benny Campbell. Straight down to Brock. Brock with the hands. Pickering wrapped up there. And there should be another ball up in the centre on the cricket pitch there, Ange.
On that beautiful cricket pitch, mates, was well covered up there.
Yeah.
Made a few runs on that, Fonzie.
Nah, none.
No, neither. Chiller gets it out to nobody. Nash, look at him.
Nash again.
Who's that? Brock.
Brock
has
on
gone
the
forward.
boot. And
No
a
one
lot of
takes
blokes
Kenny's
under
drop.
it. No one jumping.
And that is... Who is that,
That's
Fonzie?
Kenny Graham.
No, that was young
that was
Bo
Kenny
Melbourne.
Graham
Kenny
out
Graham
the
for
back.
Thorpdale and Bo Melbourne for Mirboo North. So they've
Shannon-
stepped it up here.
Shannon Pickering thumping long
Only gonna
boot
find
back
Brock.
to Brock. And
That's a
paid
good,
the
strong
mark.
mark.
Gutsy. Just stood his ground and...
He should be going back a step, but anyway, the crowd's letting him know anyway, Fonzie.
Yeah,
Pelicano
again, he's dropped it.
He's dropped that. Pelicano dropped what he should have taken, and now Thorpdale are going to be able to clear. No, they're not. The ball hits the deck. Brock
again,
tackles.
great tackle.
Gorman comes to ground the ball. And there he goes.
Jesse Chiller.
Young Jesse Chiller.
He's
Stream's been tackled. He's going to
up.
find anyone. Who's they got there?
Yeah.
Well, that's a good mark
That's
there.
a great mark.
And that is... Who is that, Fonzie?
I have no idea.
I actually can't. I need the binoculars here. That's
What are you
Stevens.
on?
It's Stevens.
That's your mate, Ronnie.
Ronnie.
Your mate, Ronnie.
Ronnie boy.
They're all your mates.
They all be mates, mate. Gotta love them all, as we do Thorpdale.
Are they your mates or are they Tommy's mates and you're just playing
Either
them?
either, mate. Either. So number 29.
Ronnie Stevens with a walk-in kick and he's just stabbed.
He shanked it. Oh, my goodness.
That's a point.
Yep.
That's going to...
Well,
That might come back to haunt him, I think. So,
this is a great game of footy, Fonzie.
It's a ripper, mate. 4 points. 17 minutes gone in the fourth. Mirboo North strolling
He's just
out of
ran
it.
out 60 metres.
No, he's still in the 50, but he's run too far. He's gone 2 steps too far there. And the umpire's pinned him, and that's going to go to Juddy Pelicano, bottom of the...
Isn't it interesting, Fonz, what football can do? Pressure
strange game.
can do. Like, you don't see that happen hardly ever. Run too far out. But we let him go that far as well. So, Mirboo North need to look at that. Pelicano's left footer, right footer?
Left footer. Thumping left footer when he gets onto him. Not like the first quarter where he shanked it out of bounds on the full. But here we go.
This is the Paul Peluso lad. Paul Peluso contracting. He's thumped that. Where's that
thumped
gone?
it high, top of the square, and it's a mark to Gunny. What a surprise.
What a surprise, Gun. He's been a gun, hasn't he, mate? He's played really well down that back line. So he's probably been the reason that Mirboo North haven't kicked a lot more goals. Mm-hmm. And they clear it again, Fonzie out, and he comes to the centre of the ground. Up goes the pack, and down comes the ball. And it goes around, and no one really has it. Did he have it? No, he didn't. He's going to pay a free kick
He's
to
going to
Thorpdale.
pin him. So
And that's going to be Joel Munger's going to have number 5, I think, is it? Big Munger?
Yeah, it is.
Yep.
Taken down by the smallest bloke from Mirboo North in Damo Turner.
You're going to get up, and Munger's going, I'm not in no hurry because we're going to win the ball. He's smart. He's trying to get a 50 there, Fonzie.
I reckon
So
he might have
experienced
been.
play, gets it straight onto his number 7 there in Patton. Patton goes down the bottom wing, and he's looking for another teammate, and he finds him, and that's number 1, I think, Birch. Birch goes back and looking for a thumping kick here. He's going to put it forward hard to the forward line, thumping left foot and kick. The pack goes up, but only to find Lambourne again. Geez, he's had a good half, Fonzie.
He has.
He's been a bit like Gunny down the other end.
I'm just going to say that, mate. He would be Mirboo North's general down the back line. Yep. So thump and kick out from him. And comes to hands, but straight through from everybody. Shannon Pickering's just had it, dropped it, and pinned for it. So Benny Campbell with the ball.
They've got to get
at the top of the swamp here. They've got to hit their targets and make the best use of the ball here. So he's just gone. He's gone, and he's kicked to... looks like Maxi Woodall, but Huddy Kerr. And he's up and about. Mirboo North keeps the lead here. They're up by 2 points.
She's a game of footy on here, Fonzie.
Game on. Game on.
It's game on. My goodness.
That might have been the game plan. Kick it to Maxi Woodall, who's nowhere near it. Run it down to the ground to Huddy Kerr. And let him pick up the scraps and run through.
But where did it all start for Mirboo North? Big Lambourne.
Your mate Jolie.
Big Joel Lambourne. First game back. Welcome back. And Mirboo North will be happy. So 10-9-69 plays 10-7 on 67-19 or nearly 20 minutes gone. The last quarter at the Walter J. Tuck Reserve. Fonzie, she is game on.
She is. Benny Campbell. Thoughts?
Oh, magnificent. In the best for sure.
Yep.
He's gone well since he's gone to ruck. Monga goes up. Huddy Kerr comes down. There he is, number 22 there in Thorpdale. Ray's been in everything as well today. The ball goes up, centre half forward. Who's going to take it? Taylor. Oh, he's going to pay it.
Oh, to HSS. I don't know about that.
Time of the game.
I don't reckon he's got the kick on him to go through here, so he's dragged him back around the umpire. Anyway.
It was a one-on-one there, Fonzie. It was pretty fair from here anyway.
Looked very fair from here, but anyway.
It's got to be a bit,
up and under it. Behind.
All the hands here. Winderlick on the bench here. He's been there for a while, Fonzie.
Yeah, I'm wondering if maybe one of his pre-existing injuries has come back to bite him a little bit here, Ange. But he hasn't had a jumper on or hasn't had anything on. He's just in the playing gear, so...
Yes, mate. So Mirboo North clear it down. There's Lamborn again. We keep telling it, but here he goes. He's going to get big
Taji Wilkins on the hands to Huddy Kerr. And that's a good...
That's Mahoney, mate.
It's not.
No,
that's
it's Maxi
Woodall.
Yeah, they look the same at times anyway. That's a pull who's come hit the deck. Is this Kerr again? He's everywhere, mate. He's been everywhere today. Oh, he's been taken afterwards.
And he's been taken high too.
It's got to be downfield, surely.
I would have thought so, but I think Mirboo North will take the kick at 50 metres. They'll be pretty happy with that result.
Got collared, I think. Thorpdale have sort of just reverted to what they haven't been doing most of the game. No. They're going the man.
They are.
They are.
They've had two blokes go the man, not the man, but throw their weight around all day in Travis Patton and Big Joel Monga.
Yeah.
And now it seems the rest of them are trying to do the same thing. Off to Benny Campbell here, who has a thumping kick from 50.
Oh.
Palicano in the goal square, and
Jesus, another one.
Picked out a free kick to Dwayne Gunn at full back.
When it's one-on-one, I mean, he's closer than us, Fonzie, but there's been two one-on-ones that they've paid free kicks to the opposition. Well, to Thorpdale.
Mind you, Gunny's just found Hudson Kerr. And then Kerr to Brock.
Who's here? There's no one here. Here he is.
Maxi Woodall.
Look at him go. Jesus, a hot potato down there, Fonzie.
It is, definitely is. So Brock, free kick to Thorpe. Shannon Pickering running away with it up here, up towards the top of the ground.
He's got the pace here, though. Shannon Kennedy, he can run, mate. He's got a set of jets on him.
I think this will be Kennedy's bread and butter over Pickering.
Did he throw? I thought he threw that.
Definitely did.
Yeah.
But
what's happened here? He's gone out to full, has it?
Throw it in. No. So it was off Abby Taylor.
It's starting to get exciting, Fonzie.
It is.
To loosen up the straps.
I can't see. I
can see, brother. put your googs on.
I need to change my other glasses so I can look into the sun.
I'm glad I'm not the only one who's
Righto, so a boundary throw in on the top side here. And we've got Benny Campbell in the ruck up against Holland Birch. So a lot of blokes losing their voice out here in the crowd. Ange, what do you reckon?
Including us.
Yeah, well.
Including us, mate.
So boundary throw in here. Clock still ticking away.
They are kicking the clock up.
Taking the time, the boundary umpire.
That's all right, mate.
They're all there to do a job,
Fonzie. All there
they are.
And then they go, who's got the ball? Nobody goes out. Comes the direct.
Huddy Kerr on the boot, and he's got it away.
The Gazelle
that looks like Kamordo.
And Holt brings it back. There can't be long to go in this game, I wouldn't imagine.
Another boundary throw in here, tapped over. So you got Huddy Kerr up there busting ass.
And there's not long to go, so it's going to be interesting to see with that run down that scoreboard. Moving North, they want to hold it in their forward line. Thorpe need a big clearance out. Looks like they're going to get it.
Got half of one.
He's going to play a free kick
against Damo Turner.
They need to get the ball down their forward line, and they've got 3 men. Is that Mahoney? Well done.
Well done, Harry Mahoney. Keep going, son.
He's a gutsy young fella. He's hurt himself.
Picked up.
Yep, thanks, Brian. And the game's on here, and there's HSS, and he gets the ball round. He's finding his teammate.
They've
got to get it going.
They've got to go.
And he's going for a big mark. Who's that? Is that going to be? Who's going to get it? No one hits the ball. And there is Peters. Peters gets all over him. And Big
Taji Wilkins.
There's Peters again.
Huddy Kerr, very hot.
Big Blue. The big red-headed. He gets a kick, and there goes Ronnie Stevens. Oh, look at
Ronnie, go!
And Ronnie
rolls in! Ronnie rolls in!
Ronald, what's he done? He's done nothing with it. He's kicked a point.
He's kicked a point again. Poor Ronnie.
What a game of footy we've got here,
This is a cracker, Andrew.
2
points, 24 and a half gone in the fourth quarter.
There's got to be a couple of minutes to go. I couldn't imagine it being any more. And
Might be much than that. Who we got here? We've got Matty Richardson kicking out from fullback for Thorpe.
They'll have to get it back down the other end, Fonzie.
It's got to be clean the whole way. Down to Trav Patton.
They seem to have numbers again.
They do. Everywhere. Damo Turner applies the pressure.
Here we go. Mahoney again. Is it? No, they picked
Nah,
it up. That was
they've
big.
picked
the
it
big,
up.
that was big
Nah,
chopping.
nah,
Big
chopper.
chopping chopper.
Big chopper.
The big chop.
Abby
chop.
Taylor down on the bottom
He's happy
wing
for it to
there.
go out. Happy to
Happy to
go out.
roll that over the line, I reckon there, mate.
Must be about a minute. What, 2 minutes to go, Fonzie?
Oh, wouldn't be any more. Definitely not.
So last roll of dice for Thorpdale, Fonz.
25-20 gone in the fourth quarter.
2 points in it.
Benny Campbell.
Oh, here we go. They've got
Tap
it.
to Thorpe. This could be a...
Peters pushed in the back. Was he? Booth?
Yeah, Taji Wilkins.
Kennedy.
Sloppy.
That was
Who's that?
That was,
33.
no, that's Craddy.
That's Kratzak.
The ball's gone back down. That's probably where Mirboo North want it.
Back down the
There's
swamp.
been one more kick down there, and they'll get it right down their forward line. And Thorpdale are going to let them do it. They'll take it over. Mirboo North will be happy with that.
Free kick to Thorpdale by the look of
How many
that.
free kicks has there been this quarter, I wonder?
I hope someone's counting because I can't. And a 50 to Thorpdale.
What's that? What's happened there?
Dominating umpire again has paid a 50-metre penalty.
My God, Father.
I reckon that might be a 60-metre penalty too by the looks of this. But anyway,
It's not on the mark for Mirboo North.
no, we're coming in now. So he split it across to Pickering, 65 out from goal. Oh no!
They found a free. Look at that. Oh, they're going to get a goal here, Fonzie. It looks like, and he's kicked the goal, has he?
He has. He's kicked a goal,
that
and
umpire,
that is
I'll tell you what.
Lockie Ray. Lockie Ray, and you watch Thorpdale up and about here. There would be 10 seconds left, Ange. Minimum.
Not even.
Not even. So Thorpe take the lead by 4 points. 26-40 gone in the fourth
my God.
quarter.
You know what, Fonzie? What's the interesting part when you've got such a close game and you know a 50 like that for.
I'm not even going to say it because I'll get thrown out of the commentary box.
We will too anyway.
So,
Would be very interested to see anyway. The game's on. Thorpdale hit the lead there with probably 30 seconds to go, and I cannot believe that Mirboo North let a player on his own up the top of the forward line go, and the Sirens probably can't be any far away, and one hell of a game. And anyway, it's been a good game to witness. Campbell, Kerr again. Kerr gets locked up to Taylor.
Here we go.
He's got it. This is a last roll.
They've got to take a mark here. Got to take a mark.
And that's Brock, and he can kick a
Oh,
ball.
Brock with a mark, 30 out.
Can kick a ball, but I'll tell you what.
Jeez, he's looked ugly all day.
He has looked ugly, but who cares? Let's see what happens here. The Sirens has to go. Surely the Sirens got to go any second.
Everybody is asking.
27 minutes gone. 4 points in it. Mirboo North's got a shot on goal. What a game of footy this has been for at the Mirboo North Walter J. Tuck Reserve. And we're lining up. The crowd is gone. Silence. That's a shanky-looking kick. It's going to be a mark. And that's well done. I think the siren will go any second, mate.
That's it. Thorpe by 3 points. That's been a hell of a game of footy, Ange.
Well, Fonzie, I tell you what, it's been a good spectacle of a game. Thorpdale players getting around here. They think they've won a grand final. But I suppose the rivalry's there against Mirboo North, and you can see the old regulars that we see in cricket jumping around, and they'll be swaggering around later on in the footy rooms. But take your hat off to Thorpdale. They played some good footy. They were probably the better side for most of the day.
Yeah,
Mirboo North got themselves back into it later on, but you know, I mean, there's a lot more we could say, but we won't. And hats off to Thorpdale in winning the game. I mean, Winderlick was hardly on for any of the game.
I reckon he spent probably halfway through the second quarter to the end of the game on the bench. I did see when he ran out just then that he's got a heavy bit of strapping on his right hamstring.
Yeah, but you know, Mirboo North, like that last 10 seconds, 20 seconds, you don't let a bloke loose.
Free bloke 35 metres from goal.
50 metre penalty. Just keep it down there and it would have been game from. But anyway, hey, wrap up with the game. What do you think? Thorpe's back line in general?
Thorpe's back line. Joel Monga, dominant.
Gun.
He absolutely destroyed Mirboo North all over the ground. And then on top of that, you got blokes like Mitchy Gorman throwing their weight around. Shannon Pickering was really good. Jason
Sinclair
Fay.
Stanley,
hard.
Very
hard.
Tough, knew he was around. If you were going to get anywhere around the ball, you knew he was going to get you.
Gunny.
So, Gunny played well.
Dwayne Gunn. Matty Powell up forward. Four goals, I think he got. And
Norman Monga, she's had a good.
Yeah.
And for Mirboo North, I think, Taylor played well. I think Huddy Kerr played well.
Yes.
There was a few of them.
Reece Kratzat, Lambourne, Jack
Harry
Cooper
Mahoney,
had a
Harry
real.
Mahoney.
Harry Mahoney had a great game.
Kratzat, bits and pieces. So,
Benny Campbell from Mirboo North as well. But yeah, look, there was definitely some standouts for Thorpe, and that was the difference at the end of the day. Thought Mark Graham played a really good second half.
He did.
very solid.
He come out, I suppose, probably. And it's only his third game with Thorpdale, so he's probably still trying to find his way with his teammates.
Find his feet and make sure everyone knows who he is and whatnot.
And what a pick up for them. Like, he's just moved back down, talking to Kenny the other day, and he's living out in Narracans, so he's playing his local footy club, which is great to see.
It's really good.
He's a good kid, good lad. But what a game of footy we witnessed there. 10-11-71. Mirboo North defeated by Thorpdale 11-8-74 on this fine autumn Saturday afternoon, and what we would say was a cracking game of football, Fonzie.
Definitely.
And it was an arm wrestle most of the way, but Thorpdale victors in the end. And you can see that they're pretty happy about it. So are their supporters, and it's always, always good to beat another team on their home ground, arch rivals.
First win for the season too, I'm pretty sure, for Thorpey.
First win. So
and I guarantee you they'll pump that song out loud and proud when they get into the rooms.
They will be. So yeah, and so for Mirboo North, they'll probably look again, I think, for three-quarters of it. I think they just bombed forward. They didn't have much structure. It was pretty obvious from up here. I think if they could have kept possession, they had plenty of it.
Yeah.
They just never kept it for long enough.
Even the first half of the fourth quarter, they couldn't get past the centre of the ground. It was held in Thorpey's forward 50, or forward half of the ground. And there wasn't a lot of scoring from Thorpdale in that time frame, that 15 minutes or 12 minutes or whatever it was. But Mirboo North just couldn't penetrate their forward half of the ground, and that end of the day that probably cost them.
It did. But look, there's some good things from Mirboo North when they moved the ball when they did keep control. They looked good. But look, taking nothing away from Thorpdale, their back line was really solid. Monga all day, he was everywhere. He was the difference.
Yep.
That Sinclair, Patton, Sinclair, Chopper, all that forward line, good structure. They moved the ball well. They were hard. I think they were tough at it. And they let Mirboo North know. So taking nothing away from Thorpdale, a very well deserved win. And they'll probably, Winderlick will probably take a little bit out of that, and they'll probably get a bit of confidence within themselves. And
they've had I haven't seen them play yet this year. This is the first game I've watched, but they've had some pretty close games, and they've been there and abouts and floating around, and they just haven't been able to take the chocolates. But now they've got that, that might be their stepping stone that sees them further their football this year, and it'll be interesting to see how they go for the rest of the year.
Anyway, Mirboo North also a lot of young kids in there, a lot of young people, so they got some. They'll get better as time goes on. Like I said, Shotty's given it a go, so a lot of inexperience in there. But you know what? They played well. They weren't good enough today, and that's how it is. And so 10-11-71, Mirboo North were defeated by Thorpdale 11-8-74 at the Walter J. Tuck Reserve. Fonzie, thanks very much for being in the box
pleasure,
today,
mate.
The old Thorpdale boy.
Very good. Very good.
And we hope wherever you've been listening from, you've enjoyed the broadcast. And if you haven't, that's fine. You didn't have to listen to us anyway. So thanks to Brian and Crump and Danny for all the nice footage, and we'll catch up with you next time across the waves.
We'll do it again.
Over and out.